Well, none of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots, yeah. None of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots. I'm telling you now, the truth, telling you, yeah, the truth, You have to go back to the roots, go to the roots. Yeah, man, you know, this is Benjamin out of the Smiling Coast, West Africa, Gambia, representing for the one and only Abu, the big man you don't know, the Soninke warrior, the man that brings the truth, Soninke warrior, the sign of enlightenment, the Soninke warrior, the righteous and the true African. Abu, reveal the truth to them, you know, no matter how them try run from it, because none of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Yes, we have to dig back the roots, yeah. Fire!
Subscribe now.
I remember the days, all those years ago that never fade away. And I remember your face when you hit the ground. I can recall the time and place on the midnight walk through the old streets, trying to turn back the clock to the days of old, back to the days when all the things we knew were made of gold. As the world moves on, time sings a song. In the old neighborhood, as the clock strikes one, the memory lives just dead.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Afridamus Report. I'm your host, Afridamus. I want to welcome all of you to today's edition of the Afridamus Report. In fact, today's show, these are pretty much follow-up shows because you see, my name, in case you haven't noticed, is Afridamus. So these are people that I have, they are topics that I've touched on in the past. So this is just the follow-up because you see, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you one thing about lies, how lies travel. But before we get to that, let me say hello to the chat. And please, if you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I see L.A. Wilkes here supporting the Light Skin Brigade. Welcome to the Afridamus Report. Psychological Observer, Nyani Mansa, Ab, Blacks Who Defy. I want to welcome all of you and everybody that I didn't mention. But ladies and gentlemen, what are we talking about here today on the Afridamus Movement Report and I Movement? Welcome. And before I enter the show, we have a co-host today. I have a new co-host name, Jude Supremacy. I'm sure many of you are familiar with him. L.A. Wilkes, you're certainly familiar with him. And, so Jude is going to come in here as my co-host and the expert because, Jude is a Bantu Hebrew Israelite himself. So my topic today is about Jussie Smollett. Do you guys know who Jussie Smollett is? You see right behind me, the light-skinned guy that is crying. Well, let me get straight to it. What Jussie Smollett did was, Jussie Smollett is one of these light-skinned American liberals. So he was in a show called Empire, very gay show. So in this show, like I used to watch this Empire show. It's about music. But, when Trump came into office, all these actors and actresses, somehow, I don't know, their job became a political job. I don't know if they were losing it. I didn't know that these actors were actually into politics until when Trump came around. Long story short, one night in a cold blizzard Chicago weather, So it came on the news. I'm telling you what the news was telling us. This is why you have to be careful about, what the quote unquote news is telling you. This is why channels like myself, Afridamus Report, exist here. Even though it looks like it's unpopular, what I'm saying. But did you guys remember I called this very topic a hoax? Go back and check on my in my channel here. I called it a hoax. Some people were very upset. They called me a hater. Afridamus, you're such a hater. Are you trying to say there's no racism? I said, well, the demand for racism is higher than its supply. What do I mean by that? People want racism to happen so much, quote unquote, the black delegators, to a point they have to make it up. So Jussie went and hired these two Nigerian brothers, the Osundura brothers. And Nigerian brothers and sisters, you have to be very careful with the blacks, especially the light-skinned ones. Last week, over the weekend, you guys remember I did another show of a woman who is in Ghana. Quote unquote, she is saving the Ghanaian people. You guys remember the lady, the Mother Teresa of Ghana? She is going around, right? She said she wants Ghana to come to her to help her. And the way they would help her is by asking her for help. And then when the people started asking for money and laptops, she said they were crazy. But you are in the business of giving, right? But I told that story. One of her compadres, the people we suspect she's working with, a Nigerian. So this alliance has been formed. So Jussie hired these two Nigerian brothers, Osumbura brothers. So, he claimed he was attacked by some racist white people in Chicago, mind you, downtown Chicago, in the middle of the coldest weather ever. Guys, let's be real. Even the criminals took time off on those nights. Look, I don't live in Chicago, but I know those type of weathers. So I don't want to waste time. Now these brothers have a chance to speak. And if you want to know the truth about the United States, you cannot get the truth by watching CNN, MSNBC, all these BBCs. These people, they have all come together to push this lie. They are complacent in this. It's like a cabal, like a cult. They started feeding this down our throats. Racist. I mean, let's just be real. Jussie Smollett here, you cannot differentiate him from a white man, especially in the winter at night, in the coldest weather. He said there was some racist people that came with their news. They're like, hey, look here, and you that, I don't want to say the word. Ain't you that nigger in the empire? So Jussie wants us to believe that someone who didn't know him was able to see that he's black while the snow is out there. I mean, let's be real. Even me, myself, right here, when winter gets cold at certain times, I get way brown. You would think I'm light skinned. So imagine what Jussie would look like. So he hired the darkest people ever to come and perform the job. L.A. Wilkes, thank you for the super chat. He said, we're giving Jussie to y'all as a gift to the Africans free of charge. No, we cannot accept Jussie. You guys are keeping Jussie Smollett. So, guys, let me do my disclaimers here, and then I will bring you the new juicy story, because you guys remember this. They convicted him, right? Send him to prison. You would think because they said he's gay, he would celebrate this. He cried. Yes, he cried. So he was in jail for like 7 days, and they bailed, they released him because he's light skinned. Do you know if he was dark skinned, what would happen? So, this is why I am sick and tired of hearing about racism from these light skinned people. These light skinned people are the ones causing all these problems. There is one on Twitter called Sean King. That is a white man. This Jussie Smollett here, he is more Hispanic or Arab than black. So this is why I say Africans, we cannot accept this black label because they are past pushing all these people onto us, saying you must accept them as black. But long story short, he made up a story. They found out it's not real. So now the brothers finally have the opportunity to speak. And I'll tell you, they are singing like a bird. Not only are they singing, they are acting it out. Just so you guys know, he chose two Nigerian brothers to perform this job. So let me do my disclaimer and we can get right into it without wasting time. Let's see. Here we go.
Doubts about how much of the media is captured by the far left and determined to stoke racial divisions, then just cast your mind back to how hard they pushed the Jussie Smollett hoax. An obvious BS tale that no sensible person...
So, guys, this is Jussie Smollett. So they push this story all over America. They want to pass it as racist story because they want people to believe in Trump's America, white people, racist white people are running through Chicago, looking for black people. And they chose the lightest of the quote unquote blacks to be racist to. And the media kept, this is how low the media think of your level of intelligence. They don't think you're smart at all. They just push it out. So people run with it. And it just makes me lose faith in humanity itself, that there are people who are sitting around just waiting. Like they would believe there are people, all they're looking for is bad news. The media knows that there are many people who believe in anything. As if you use the racist word, people would buy it. It shuts off their thinking cap, and many black people hopped on it. They hopped on it. They are like, yeah, this was racist. The racism is against the dark-skinned Nigerians. How about that? For Jussie to even hire them, that would mean he sees Nigerians as 419ers. So he was the one 419ing the 419ers. Do you guys see what is happening here? But we will continue.
...person ever believed. But the media and Democrat politicians were determined to make you believe it was real and a symptom of hate and racism in Trump's America. Remember, his story was that in the early hours of a freezing cold Chicago morning, a couple of MAGA hat-wearing white supremacists...
You guys see that blizzard? Yes. So he waited till it was super cold to stage this.
...stumbled upon him, this gay black actor from a little TV show called Empire, and immediately recognized him. They yelled, "This is MAGA country," as they poured bleach on him and wrapped a rope around.
So guys, so this is funny. So is he saying the bleach is sign that he isn't light enough? So they want him to be lighter? Like, what's going on? Bleach, please, Jussie. When I heard this story, I laughed so hard. And in fact, he was attacked so hard, he did not lose his Subway sandwich. Like, you got beat up in the blizzard. But you know what? It's cold out there and his Subway is open. Really? Subway. He's saying Subway was open in a blizzard at 2 a.m. All right.
his neck. And through it all, he never dropped his Subway sandwich. Well, this week, the brothers Smollett recruited to attack him in this carefully orchestrated hate crime hoax did a little reenactment. And it's possibly the funniest TV produced in the past decade.
This is where we...
So guys, this is the Nigerian Brothers. I told you, they are about to sing like a bird, and they would act it out how it happened.
waited for Jussie to come before we attacked him. We made sure we got there at 2 a.m. sharp.
On the dot.
On the dot. We had no phones because he did not want us to bring any phones. He said...
Because he didn't want them to, the phone to be used to ping the direction. So Jussie is 419 in these Nigerian Brothers.
So we don't lose him. So I saw him out the corner of my eye, and I was like, okay, that's him. Let's go. We gotta go get this Empire Yeah, that's him. That's him. Is that him?
That's that neck.
It's that Nick.
Get that neck.
Oh, he's moving fast. Come on, let's get him.
Get that neck.
Let's get him. As we cross the street, we say...
And Africans, Nigerians that are watching, please be careful. Not every money is good money or opportunity. If these light-skinned people come to you to try to get you to play the kidnapper, don't do it. Because this is not only going to implicate you, now this is going to, they're going to say, see, this is what these Nigerians are doing. And then they will put all of Africans into this. Do not let these light-skinned people trick you into this. Like, what is going on? Jussie is probably like, yeah, oh, you guys sold my great-great, grandparents. So now, F it. Who cares? I'm going to sell these Negroes out. Yeah. I'm going to sell them out. So here we go.
Hey, to get his attention.
Hey, Nick.
Hey! He turned around, looked at us, and that's when we started yelling the famous slurs he wanted us to yell. Hey!
So guys, so you see, so Jussie wrote them a script. Can you believe that? So when they saw him, it's like somebody writing script for you to tell you, hey, call me all these names. So he's in the corner and they have to pretend to call him names. Guys, this is sick. Just to paint Trump and white people as racist. Look, this whole thing was so stupid, right? Even like sane blacks who hop on racist bandwagon, they didn't touch it because they were too embarrassed. They're like, nah, man, I know some people who anything that if you say it's racist, they would jump on it, some of these black people. But even they themselves, they were like, nah, this other one is a bit out there. They're like, we will wait and see. Since when do you see most black people waiting for the results, outcome of a racist talking point? Black people were like, yeah, just see this one. You said, the moment they showed the Nigerian Brothers as the suspects, black people are like, oh man, this is some hoax. This is put together. We know this. We know this.
Aren't you that Empire?
Empire Nick. It's MAGA country.
Yeah.
And then he said, what did you say to me? And then that's when I threw the first punch at him. I held the blow because I didn't want to hurt him, of course. So I made it look real, but I held it. Then we started tussling, moving around, and then I threw him to the ground. He wanted it to look like he fought back. That was very important for him.
Guys, remember Jussie if you watch after this, Jussie went on TV and he explained how he was attacked by this, white racist with his, with his MAGA hat. Mind you, guys, let's be real. If let's say someone who's like a psycho MAGA person, for instance, if that even exists, right? Why would the person wear their hat? You might as well have been like, okay, the guy should have just stood there and took picture with you. It might be the same. Why would they do that? So he's like, oh yeah, it's MAGA country. Yeah, Chicago is MAGA country. If a white person wants to go attack a black person, because they are racist, Chicago is the place they're going to go do it. Okay, we believe you, Jussie.
It gets better. It gets better.
He wanted it to look like Fort Back.
Thought of everything in this hate crime hoax. How do you convince the Chicago police that Jussie was really attacked by a couple of MAGA-loving Trump supporters roaming the streets of this Democrats?
Guys, please hit the like button. It's free. I know you are enjoying the show. Just take a second and get out of the screen there and hit the like. Let's get the likes up, please. I know you want to do it. No problem. I'll wait. Just get the likes up a bit, please. Okay, here we go.
City in the early hours. Well, he needs to have at least a bruise.
He had no bruise. I wanted it to look more real. So then I threw him to the ground. After I threw him to the ground, I used my knuckle and gave him a noogie. So I went.
Did he just say he had to give him a noogie, guys? Yeah, that guy came on TV with a straight face. So they had to give him a noogie so it would look real. And you guys think everything you hear on the news in America, you think is real? You don't think these people are all in on this, spreading lies and propaganda? But let's continue.
Like this. Why did I do that? To give him a scar, to give him a mark, to make it look real, like he really did get his ass beat. After I did that, I fake kicked him. I don't know what he was doing. I wasn't paying attention.
That's where I came around with the bleach, the infamous bleach. And
So he fake kicked him. So the guy came with the bleach. You guys remember, none of us were able to know what this story was. I mean, like, I did not hesitate to call it a hoax. I told you, a lie, when you tell a lie, the lie travels at a lightning speed. It travels fast while the truth is slowly walking its way coming. And here's the truth. From the horse's mouth, the actors that he hired to do this are now speaking.
the hot sauce bottle, poured it on his shirt. Then I finally put the rope around his face. I did not put it around his neck. I just placed it on his face, and that's when we took off.
Wow.
Guys, when the police got there, right, they said, I saw this on the internet. I was blown away. So the rope they are talking about supposed to be a noose. So Jussie is so lazy. He used shoelace. They used shoelace. So they were gonna lynch him with shoelace, guys. Shoelace in a cold blizzard. And when the cops got there, it was still on his neck. Like, at least, dude, like, if you're traumatized, at least get it off and lay it over there. He made sure the cops see it on his neck. And these guys had the audacity to shamelessly put that picture in the internet, the World Wide Web internet, with no shame. And they expect you to believe this. Some people bought it. You will find out, some of your staunch, Black Power people, freedom fighters, you will see them.
Brilliant, brilliant. But despite this story being so obviously fake, the media were in raptures. This ticked every box. Here was a gay black actor who had been outspoken in his criticism of Donald Trump, being practically lynched by homophobic, racist Trump supporters. The fact that it was clearly an absurd story with massive holes did not stop the full-blown hysteria.
It's been 2 weeks since that night left actor Jussie Smollett bruised but not broken. and he's still processing the raw emotions.
A horrific middle-of-the-night attack on Empire's Jussie Smollett.
Brutal attack in Chicago.
Brutal beating.
A brutal attack.
Just as heinous as you might imagine.
The horrific details.
Yeah, troubling details there, Brooke, when you think about this.
Choked with a rope and...
Guys, those of you that are watching, how does it make you feel? Like, because some people shamelessly would quote this news, these same people on the news. How does it make you feel to even listen to these people? I mean, like, okay, I get it. Maybe if you didn't know, but you know clearly these people, you know, either A, they're idiots, or B, they know they are paid to lie to you, me, and everybody else. And you notice how if you question it, how hard they come after you. It means they are lying to you. So therefore, you know you're not supposed to question it. Look at this Jussie pretending. Don't forget, he's an actor. I mean, shedding tears, you know, he's probably done this over and over. So it's easy for him. He's practiced this many times and people fall for it.
Doused with a chemical.
This is horrible to report.
This one is so hard to process.
It's a pretty disturbing incident.
Certainly, there are many indications of a hate crime here.
Danny, this is a horrible story. It gets worse. One of the offenders wrapped a rope around Smollett's neck.
Of course, our thoughts and prayers with Jussie.
Absolutely despicable.
The circumstances are just horrific.
And this is America in 2019.
Terrible.
Terrible indeed.
This is stomach-turning, mind-boggling information.
Why do you think you were targeted?
I come really, really hard against 45.
They are looking for two.
Did you hear that? They asked him why was he attacked. He said, because I came really hard on 45, meaning Trump. Like, I didn't even know, you know, he was against Trump, but I've never even heard him. He's not a well-known person being against Trump. So these people clearly are lying blatantly. They are lying to people. It's mind-blowing right in front of you. And they look like, you know, they want you to believe, yeah, we're speaking the truth.
Suspects who were apparently wearing Make America Great Again hats.
And there is no doubt in your mind what motivated this attack.
I could only go off of their words.
And of course, it was all Donald Trump's fault. And every celebrity and Democrat politician and other assorted race hustlers not only believed this fantastical tale, but they wanted Trump to be held responsible.
The president ought to come.
There you go. Al Sharpton came out. So when this happened, right, they went after Trump. You remember the fake debate they did between Trump and Biden, the first one? Did you guys notice they only asked Trump, you know, like, hey, do you denounce white supremacy? He said, yes, I denounce white supremacy, the KKK and all that, right? So they keep trying to ask him. So think about this. For example, what they are doing is like frivolously accusing you, like labeling lie against you. So now you have to defend yourself against it. So if you don't defend yourself against it, morons would believe it. If you defend yourself against it, they would believe also. So it's like double-edged sword. They know you can't escape it because they've brainwashed people. So it's like, I see the argument between white person or some of these black people, these race hustlers. They accuse them for they're like, oh, you're racist. It's like, no, I'm not racist. They've even written this in a book written by a white woman called White Fragility. So one of their theory is, if a white person denies being racist, that in itself is racist. So that's what they are doing. So the white person cannot escape it. So now Trump, they're going to come, this fake crime, this fake crime, they are going to accuse him of being responsible for this. They want him to come out and denounce a total hoax. You see the problem here? It's a shame. These people are devils.
Come out and say, if his brand does not represent these kind of alleged attacks, that he stands to say that his brand represents something else. His silence is deafening.
Support for
that was Al Sharpton. I think he's the leader. He's like the chief race hustler. The chief race hustler. And they said he's a reverend. Mind you, this guy is supposed to be the man of God. I don't know if he's got a church. I've never seen a church he leads. I've never seen him preaching. I only see him in front of the camera defending lie after lie. I don't know why. Anything he defends, down the line, we come to find out it's a lie. You know? This Jussie thing, you just heard him defending it. He wanted Trump to come out. So to deny something that didn't even happen.
Smollett exploding online from Hollywood A-listers to political.
Bantu Queen said, I heard Trump and Putin were dragged to jail. No, they are just filling the air with lies. You know, they're filling the air. It's like they're selling a story. Like they issued a warrant. They said the ICC, International Court. Russia doesn't even recognize that body. So how are you going to arrest him? United States sitting president, not even sitting, the president cannot go to jail. And even what they are pursuing between him and talking about Stormy Daniels, there's tape, that woman saying nothing happened, right? The statute of limitation is even have lapsed. So mind you, they said they want to take him to jail because he lied about, sleeping with a prostitute. Can you guys believe this? So all of a sudden, these people are high and mighty. They are moral. This is the same people that believe that it is totally okay. A man can just say they're a woman, or, a woman can be a man, or they can, have their way with children. But now they want to preach morality. They said it's completely immoral for Trump to sleep with a prostitute. But it is totally fine, for you to abort, like kill babies, drugs legal, all these other stuff are legal, but they want to preach morality. Okay.
Political heavyweights.
Senator Cory Booker called the attack a, quote, modern day lynching.
And let's have a look at how the current president and Veep reacted to this obvious hoax. Kamala Harris tweeted, Jussie Smollett is one of the kindest, most gentle human beings I know. I'm praying for his quick recovery.
Guys, that is the current vice president, Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, who wrote that. Guys, I'm telling you, I don't know, if you haven't been paying attention about what's going on in the United States, then you are headed, you are going in the deep depths of hell with these people. Like, you have to pay attention to how all this is built up. So all these people came together to support a lie, and they know it. Come on, let's be real. These people are not dumb. They manipulated the population. That is what is even scary. Who are these people working for? That's what people should be asking.
This was an attempted modern-day lynching. No one should have to fear for their life because of their sexuality or skin or colour of their skin. We must confront this hate. Oh dear. But surely Joe Biden wasn't dumb enough or cynical enough to use this fake hate crime for political gain? Well, think again. He wrote, what happened today to Jussie Smollett must never be tolerated in this country. We must stand up and demand that we no longer give this hate safe harbour.
Guys, this is Joe Biden, the quote-unquote president, Like, yeah, if you want to get real news about America, you have to listen to the Australians, these Australian channels. They tell the truth about America.
Phobia and racism have no place on our streets or in our hearts. We are with you, Jussie. And those tweets are still up today. And let's leave the last word to the man who should be in jail right now for trying to start a race war.
If the attackers are never found, how will you be able to heal?
I don't know. I still want to believe, with everything that has happened, that there's something called justice.
Guys, do you guys understand how serious this is? It's true. Jussie and these people wanted to start a race war based all in lies. That's how serious this is. So you've seen that, right? The Nigerian Brothers, they are out there. They made a documentary about them, and they are telling their story. So more power to them, finally coming out telling their story. But they are part of it too. They are part of it. So now let's go into our story number 2. But I have my co-host here. Let me bring him in. We'll discuss this show here, this part for a second, and then we'll go on. Jude Empire, welcome to the Afridamus Report.
Oh,
Jude, are you there?
Yes,
Jude is my co-host today. Jude, introduce yourself to the people.
Oh yes, you guys know I'm Jude Empire. I'll be the co-host for this show, me and Afridamus. So we're gonna be diagnosing and intersect, what is going on in the milieu of all these, things that is happening in Black American communities and Africa as a whole.
So,
Yes,
so
sir.
Jude, you've seen this Smollett hoax that, we all saw the news clip, how he made up the lie and brought in the 2 Nigerians to participate in this hoax. Were you surprised to see that, it was 2 Nigerians that he was able to hire to participate in this?
Oh no, man, I wasn't surprised.
Oh, what happened, Jude? Come back. Guys, sorry, I don't know what happened to his internet. Jude, stop using your neighbor's internet, hooked on your own, okay? Please come back. So, guys, well, Jude got kicked off. I don't know what happened. But before we enter that, I have a question to all of you. And you guys know, you're familiar with Go Black to Africa, right? You guys are familiar. Go Black to Africa is a guy who goes around traveling around Africa, in the name of Pan-Africanism. And sometimes we get confused, we would think he's Hebrew Israelite. But one thing we know, he said he's against America, right? And to learn more about someone like Go Black, for instance, we must go back to the genesis of his video, where he made video, giving his reason why he is leaving America for Africa. You see? So this video is very important. Why is it important? Because Go Black made a video sometime last week. And in this video is about some Hebrew Israelites having their, property, demolished in Ghana. But this video is one of many of his videos that he is made about Ghana. And he doesn't seem to appreciate Ghana. He finds the littlest thing about Ghana and blow it out of proportion. So this is why I want to go back to his video from a while ago, why he is going to Africa. He said the United States is forcing him to move to Africa. He spoke in a Pan-African tone. But from his video last week about Ghana, he was siding with the Hebrew Israelites. And he's preaching also. He's preached the Hebrew Israelite talking points. We've seen him in videos visiting some quote-unquote Hebrews in the country of Israel. So now the news also is coming out that those Hebrews in Ghana, I heard it out of Go Black's own mouth saying those people had factories and all this stuff. But I think they said it was a government land. These are lands that is on the beach. And African governments, any government, they have reserve lands. These are reserved for the citizens, not like ordinary citizens, but it brings in income to the country. So if you want to hold that land, you would have to develop it. You will have to develop it, you see? So if you build on a land that belongs to the government, that's going to be a problem. But I don't believe these people they had companies, as he said. In fact, people said they had like a little shack that they built there. And they started some, some vegetarian juicing place there. It's like a little shack, a vegan shack, they call it. So they want to introduce veganism, but they didn't pay their dues. Long story short, they demolished it. Go Black made videos saying, do not go to Ghana, do not buy land. So I'm going to show you video so you see for yourself, out of his own mouth, telling the other blacks how they should move to Africa, how they are against the United States. So here we go. Judah, are you good to come?
Yes, man.
All
I
right,
don't know
all
what
right.
happened, man. My account got hacked or something, man. How's it going?
It's going. All right.
But
So
this is the thing that I wanted to say, right? What happened with Smollett was some kind of a propaganda, right? Democratic Party, they wanted to showcase their skill of how they can, roam around and work their way into presidency, and that's what they did. They look for a light-skinned guy who is more,
hold on, Judah, is that a do-rag on your head?
Oh yes, it's a durag,
And
man.
so Judah, so you dress like one of the blacks in Utah. So
No, are you telling me this is how the black dress? Come on, man. This is African lifestyle. I used to do this back home before I got here. The black stole it from us anyway.
all right,
So
continue. So you were saying they were using Jussie Smollett. Go ahead.
right. And this is what I came to find out, right? His contract in Empire was getting out of hand because the role that he was playing was getting, it was almost getting over. So he was looking for a new source to get money. So he got paid huge to carry on what he did. And the only people that can fall for his tricks, guess what? They told me that other Africans that he contacted and other Caribbeans did not accept what he was going to do, but only Nigerians.
Wait. You said the Caribbeans turned it down?
Yeah, the Caribbeans turned it down, other African Americans turned it down, and other Africans turned it down. It was only Nigerians that took the bait. And that is crazy. It kind of tell you how, the Nigerians in Africa and African Americans, it's funny, man. And now we have seen that everything is on the limelight because what happened was all fake. It was all built up, and the Democratic Party and all these black Americans, they follow the Democratic Party as sheep goat. Once the Democratic Party say this is happening, let's black vote. Even Biden comes out and say, if you don't vote for me, it means you're not black.
Said
All these black,
if you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
right. And they still turn around and still vote for Biden. That's why we have him in power. you know, and you see all these democratic states, Chicago, California, all these places, Detroit is a no-go zone, man. All these places are gone down cities. You cannot business is not good over there. So I mean, it's like they can do whatever they can, but their whole cities is all messed up. And these are the kind of people that they want to use, like Smollett, you know, to showcase what they have. You know, he's he's not straight. You know,
Do you
he's
do you do
they
you
want to
think
promote that
do you
culture. So
do you think we're gonna eventually see Smollett heading to Africa, like Ghana or Nigeria?
oh man, it seems like Ghana is taking everything from Ghanaians to not straight people. It's gonna be a point in time where Ghana is gonna become a group home. You know, the Ghanaians that you saw with Guatemala, they were trying to cross into Togo.
Right.
Yeah, Ghana is gonna become a group home soon, and it's gonna become things are gonna change. The culture in Ghana is already changing because I was talking to one Ghanaian guy. He said, "Oh, it seems like Ghanaians are more civilized than other Africans." I say, "Why?" Because he says Ghanaians, they are getting into modernization. It seems like their mindset is getting clean. I said, "Wow." Are you kidding me? So it means Ghanaians are losing their culture. Ghanaians do not even want to speak their languages anymore
You know what?
because they are
Speaking of Ghana, I'm gonna segue into this. Is a perfect time to segue into the Go Black. You know Go Black. You're familiar
Oh
with
man,
Go
come
Black.
on. Yes, of course, of course.
So I'm gonna play Go Black's video from the get go. Like, he made this video a while ago, giving his reasons why he's going to Africa and why other blacks should go to Africa. So
Oh man.
let me do my fair use. This is fair use for edutainment purposes only.
Africa rising. Look what's waving behind me. Above, standing at attention, the American flag. This your man, not your boy. Go Black to Africa.
So that's Go Black. He's about to tell us why you should go to Africa. Because you realize, like, you left Africa, you weren't black. But you want to go back to Africa being black, that's going to be a problem. But let's continue.
I want to explain.
Guys, please hit the like button. Please hit the like as you come in. Hello, Game Jewel, and all the people that are watching in the clouds.
What Go Black to Africa means. That flag there, we know what they say it's supposed to represent. We know the stars and the stripes and all of its meanings.
They represent the states, but okay.
We know that.
And the stripes represent the blood that was spilled.
Songs that they have played and had a stand and recite.
And he's saying this. He was in the U.S. He was a U.S. soldier. He was in the U.S. military. So after he's retired, now he's gonna, make it seem like, yeah, this flag is so evil. But let's go.
Make a pledge to it and all the above. But what has it done for us lately? My brothers and sisters, Go Black to Africa. Many people are in a place.
Jude, what do you think about his idea of going black to Africa? Because when, their ancestors left Africa, they were not black. They were from tribes like we come from.
Right.
So it's like, somebody leaving Africa and then coming back. You know how some people go back now, all of a sudden they cannot speak their own language. They pretend, right?
Right.
So you are coming as something else. So do you think Go Black, what he's saying makes sense?
No, he doesn't make sense at all. This is the thing, right? The blacks that are coming back home, they are coming like the new colonial masters. What do I mean by the new colonial masters? These people do not speak any other language apart from English, right? When they come, they are coming with an American mindset. What I mean, American mindset is they are coming based on what they have known all this while, what the Americans have given them, what Americans, the white Americans have chewed and give them, for them to consume. That's the kind of mentality they are coming with. The only similarities between us and them is the skin color, right? But their mentality, their mindset, their languages, everything is out, is not
Well,
something that we can relate to. So
wait.
coming over and
Hear him out. Hear him out. Maybe you might agree at some point.
Wondering, what is their next move? What is the next move that they should do? Should they take up arms and form militias, which we have a few groups out here that are doing that? Should we pack up our bags and just go? Big question.
So, big question is asking, should you pack up and go? Meaning, America is not a good place for black people, right? So you should pack up and leave. So this is way back. So I'm just playing this because we're going to have a series, for you to understand the mindset here. Is he playing a game? Because
Afridamus, me and you live in America, right? Me and you
right,
know that if you live in
he's taking out again.
And that many people
Jude, fix that internet.
Are trying to answer. But I sit here to explain to you that go black to Africa is what it means. Go. You have to go black or back to reconnect to your roots. Now, I know people argue and they say that, I didn't come from Africa. My folks were here on this land. I'm with you on that. Because way before the Europeans got here, Africa was trading, living, breeding here on this land.
You see the confusion, guys? So 1 minute, because 1 minute they are saying we're Africans, another minute they are fighting to say they are here. They were here. So the people who really want to speak the truth, no chase and no confusion, when you hear them, But if you're just catering to people who hold a belief system that is different from the truth, they want to cater to those people. So right then and there, that is confusion in itself. If you have to convince the person of saying you are African, if you have to convince them, then they are not African. Does that make sense? Let's continue.
If you want to call those the natives, they were a mixed people. So it's important to know one's history, but when I'm talking about go black, I'm talking about going back to the mother, sucking on the nipple of your mother, prospering.
You gotta go back to the motherland and suck on the nipple, right? Okay.
On a land that has been provided for not just you, but for your kids' kids. What have you done for your kids? Are you leaving them anything? Many of us here in this country don't have a pot to piss in, let alone leaving any type of inheritance for our kids. Why is that? It's because only the few have been able to create a wealth or some sense of monetary value of things that may be able to reward them and theirs down the road. But there is a great number out of the 50 million of us here in America don't have it. And if one would check their history, and that's the problem, it's hard to find history on this land when they wiped out, washed out all the history that truly this land had with its people, with other people around the globe that it dealt with. But Africa has stories. They got the history books. They got the African stories passed down from generation after generation after generation. That is an African must, the elder's responsibility to be able to share with its people the history that has gone on with their tribes from generation to generations. No matter what region you came from, it was a must that every youth be taught the histories of his people. That we'd have not been given or afforded the opportunity because of the disconnect. And this was Go Black to Africa is about. Number one, we know humanity started off of us, people of color. We didn't consider ourselves black people. We were a people. See, that black-white came in about the 1600s when the Europeans decided to differentiate between a people so that one would be.
So, guys, are you hearing this? So, he's telling you more and more story, but I want you guys to hear what his reasoning is and where he stands today. And when he went to South Africa, you know, all that talking points, I'm taking you back.
Treated less, and the other one will be treated greater. And so now we have to understand that as a people who are melanated, a people who has some strong history ties that are in the books that we have never learned here on this land. You know and I know the schools we've gone to has done an injustice of allowing us to know who we are. An old saying is, if you don't know where you come from.
So guys, if you're listening to this, right, for instance, so there is no satisfying, you can't satisfy any black person coming to Africa, because if he's saying the education here is of no use to them, no good, so you're basically saying it is broken people coming to Africa. What are they coming to do? What are they coming to do? Because you can't 1 minute present yourself as a investor, another minute a broken group of people. But I get it. He is speaking as an individual, but there are people that believe in what he's saying. He's talking to people that have this mindset.
You don't know where you're going. So this Go Black to Africa channel is to motivate you, to encourage you, to instill in you the importance of reconnecting with your mother.
So he's doing this video at the Toyota dealership. Yes, guys, please hit the like,
Mother. How is it that so many people I'm running across claim they ain't black, they're not African, that they have a pride of saying they're Americans?
You see the confusion? Do you hear what he said? He said, how come he runs into a lot of people now who say they are not black, they are not African, they are American, they have American pride? Exactly. Why wouldn't they have the American pride if they are from America. You see what I'm saying? Because if you look at it in their own video, when he did the one in Ghana with those Hebrew Israelites, and many of these people, you're hearing them. What is their fight? When they go to Ghana, they realize, no, they are foreigners, like they are foreigners there. So why wouldn't it make sense for you to be proud of the country where you were born, where you're from, the place you know? And that label black was put on you by the same people. Somebody forced this label upon you. So now you see, like the blacks themselves, people like him, they've become the gatekeepers. Because you see, like many of they're like, we are against the white man, but you are shocked by other group of people who look like you, who do not want to go along with the label given to them. So he's the confused one.
Now, there's nothing against that. I ain't gonna even war against that. I'm not gonna tongue wrestle against that. But what I have a problem with is that how in the world did we get to a point to feel ashamed, embarrassed, to consider ourselves a people from the continent of what they call Africa? I have never, in my 54 years of living, ever in any time, seen people who are not proud of where they come from. But I understand the trickery that has been played by the propaganda that's been promoted by the very country we live in. Our youth, they don't know. Where's the elders? I'm tired of seeing brothers my age and in their 60s sagging and dragging, want to still be OGs, want to act young like the youth.
So he's claiming he's tired of older blacks, acting young, sagging, doing all this stuff. It sounds like, okay, fine. If you don't like what they are doing, why don't you just do what you want to do? Why do they have to come along? See, this is how they try to push that quote-unquote Pan-Africanism thing. But this Pan-Africanism, what does it even mean? Because what we're seeing, this has no meaning. Because it's like, okay, you're hearing him here. America is terrible. Another day, I'm going to do his video, bring it about Ghana. So no place is good enough for this guy. No place is good enough. Remember the videos from South Africa? South Africa is the blacks there. South African blacks are no good either. You see, remember people jumped on him on that? So nothing is good enough. So it's like a season thing, like Tariq Nasheed. It depends on what they consider themselves within a certain time period. And that is what would be pushed.
The women dressing like the youth, acting like the youth. Where is the elders to teach them this ain't nothing new we going through with all these killings, with all these atrocities that's happening within the black community?
So here, it's talking about the killings, the atrocities in black community here in America. Wouldn't that mean he needs to help here, right? But you notice when we say it, they're like, why don't you guys talk about Africa? But he's here. So he's saying people are killing each other, and so if you truly are concerned about that, you want to help. Like, look, I wouldn't say to somebody in America, leave America because you feel like, just with this idea that America is a terrible place, doesn't have opportunities. Go to Africa. You've never been there, no one. I wouldn't say that to you. But if you want to go to Africa, you know, plan it out. Don't base it off of fear. Don't base it off of these make-believe things. Just go. You know, save your money. It's just like going anywhere else. But all this fake stuff talking about, you know, you're visiting your roots and all this crap, it makes no sense.
Amongst the black people. Because a lot of us is not in black communities. And we argue and we war against each other. Why? Hey, it's what's been planned. But go black to Africa. I'm wanting to build off of that I can go black. I can go black.
That is what would be pushed. He wants to go black, you know. So the blackness was given to you by quote unquote the slave master. So you're not going back African or tribal, you're going back black. See, that would be a conflict there. Would you fit in Africa if you go black? You should ask that question. And when you say black, what do you mean by black? Like, because when you ask people this, they cannot answer. Do you mean American, but just a black version? Or you saying this skin, just skin enough, that's what determines the culture? That's not reality, but you would hear what he's saying. I don't know what connection he's trying to build here, but he's not talking to Africans. He's talking to naive people in the black community, quote unquote.
The blackness is the Pan-Africanism. It's the consciousness.
Says the blackness is the Pan-Africanism. Again, that blackness sounds like the meaning changes depending on who you talk to.
The awareness of who you are. Not that flag. That flag represented everyone except us.
But he's traveling on an American passport. Maybe he should give up his American citizenship and take Ghanaian citizenship.
No, Afridamus, that's what they will never do. That's what they will never do.
Well, then he wouldn't have to worry about the flag. But here we go. Let me play it a little bit and bring you guys in.
So we have to get to a place of finding our elders seeking out to our youth and to teach them, because the old stories are left, are gone. But Africa has the stories. That's why I post the videos, so you can see the history behind some of the museums they have there, the dungeons.
Exactly, Harlem Moore. He picked up a gun for that flag. He served that flag. After now he's receiving money from that flag. So like, what is he talking about? You know, there are many naive people who are sitting watching who, oh yeah. This is why you're seeing so many people go to Africa and they fail, because they watch people like him. They watch these YouTubers who are selling them, pipe dreams. They are selling them pipe dreams.
They have there, the stories they have to tell. I hope you pay close attention, because I have so much videos to upload just to give you just a taste of what's really going on in Africa. So many of you all have desires and goals and dreams, and they've been wasting here.
Yeah, he said 2,000 he donated to orphanage in Tanzania. Maybe that's 2,000 shillings. 2,000.
I just offered probably some few sum of money to is it homeless people? Yeah, Utah, man. I mean, you can do donations. I went to Best Buy today and bought a brand new computer, and they asked me to donate for kids that want to study technology. Kids that can afford it in America. They make donations as if it's only in Africa, but these things is happening right here. Even
Right.
yeah. So it's no big deal. But I want to make a point very quick, right? When it comes to the way these people come to Africa and they talk, when it comes to especially this citizenship, right? These people are coming into Africa as immigrants, not as expatriate. Expatriate are different. And expatriate, if you see a white person comes to Africa, he's not coming to Africa claiming that he's African. He's coming to Africa to do the job that he has to do and go back to America. So there's no reason him handing over his American citizenship or his passport. Now, these people that are coming in as they claim they want to be Pan-African or whatever, but if they cannot hand down their American, it means they still seek allegiance to
Do you think
America
that,
in such a way that, go ahead.
like Bantu Queen said, he said that they are refugees?
Exactly. They still seek allegiance in America in such a way where if America goes to war with Africa, guess what? America can pick them up because they are being enrolled into selective service in America. That is
Right.
what they call selective service. It means if the
I'm,
America goes to war, they can
I'm
pick up.
even enrolled in the selective
There, there,
service
there,
from a
there,
long time ago.
there you go. If you haven't handed down your citizenship, it means if America goes to war
Mhm.
with Africa, it means these people can be picked up and they can fight against Africans. So they are not really considered Africans because you cannot come in and say, oh, you are African and this, yet you still hold a passport that you value so much. It means you are not, you are just preaching, but you are not doing the walking. You are doing the talking, but not the walking. So that's just a little point that I want to mention.
Okay. Kidola, hang tight. I'll bring you in a second here. I want you to hear this section and then we'll continue.
In your wills, some of you all have, you may be making in already the 5 digits, 6 digits, 7 digits, and know there is more in you. You should be rewarded for your hard work, for your efforts that you are pouring into a system that will not even allow you to prosper to leaps and bounds where you know you should be. Africa's giving it. We can't count on one hand or two hands of how many people how many brothers and sisters here in America are billionaires. Do you know Africa holds more billionaires, African billionaires, than across the globe? Do you know Africa has more black African millionaires than here in America? How is that? It's because a story, right there, look at that flag, that story they told, that story.
So, if you think you want to go make money in Africa, you can just go do that. If you think you got it in you, you don't have to tell yourself all these stories. Lay your plans, go get it done. But again, that's I'm asking, is he a Pan-African or a Hebrew Israelite? What is he? Let's have Kidola in. Kidola, welcome to the Afridamus Report, Kidola.
Thank you, bro.
How you doing, Kidola?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. Thank you, everybody, man.
So, Kidola, what did you see Jussie Smollett's story in the beginning?
Yeah.
Finally the Nigerian Brothers.
I saw it in First Nation.
Okay. So what do you think about that story?
That's how the whole system play out. It's an arrangement to be famous and to blame. Is one, you want to make yourself very famous to have more job, and two, you want the group it belongs to in America there, the other side, to see him as hero, right?
Yeah.
I said this to you before. I said United States is a fantasy land called Hero Land, Superman.
Yes, that's And you know, that's what we are dealing with in. Do you think is the same as what Go Black and Go Black is selling to, being the merchant of cultism in Africa?
Go Black is not a Pan-Africanist person. Go Black is an Hebrew Israelite, and these Hebrew Israelites have two faces. They are not honest. They want to dominate. They want to, in a way, reclaim land for themselves, and where they have to, Israel didn't give them that space. They have been pushed in the corner. So Africa was a perfect place they were looking at. If you remember, these people don't like Africans. If you check their
That's what I'm asking. It's like Go Black. You know, did you see the story about what came out of Ghana? You know, with those people, getting their place demolished.
I said it before. I said Gambia is a very complicated area.
No, it's in Ghana. Ghana.
I said Ghana have a nice face, a nice aquaba. What they want to deal with you see they're very, very cold. You understand me? Very, very cold. I said that's why those Ghana was a transit junction for all what that happened inside 16 something. You see, any person that buy land in Ghana, think is secure. They're lying. If you're not a tribe in Ghana, Ghana people will never like you. They might pretend to like you, but they'll never like you. Even when you marry to a Ghanaian man, outside, if you're not a Ghanaian person, they will never still like you. They will pretend to greet you. You understand me? But they will never accept you. A lot of Nigerians who marry to Ghana men can testify to these things. You understand me? Black America will hear win in Ghana.
So the story that Go Black is telling to Black Americans, do you think he's leaving those out?
Go Black.
Well, sometimes he's Hebrew. I don't know.
Go Black and not look. Most the people that came to Ghana secretly are Hebrew Israelites.
Yes.
The other Black Americans that came to Ghana, there are very few. Just people that are linked, maybe their background can be Muslim or Christian. Very tiny aspect. The ones that came to Ghana that have money by buying these properties, that pretend to be, we're coming back home. In the way they call themselves Kemet. You understand me? They don't like they call us Africans that sold them.
Right. Go Black did a video one time, and because there was this white man that said, try to compare like Shaka Zulu, like the Zulu kingdom, the way Shaka Zulu was, like conquering the different kingdoms. They compared that to, like the Pharaoh conquering the Israelites. So they try to imply that Shaka Zulu, like, because those are the, like the Africans, how they tell the story that it was the Africans that sold the Israelites. I have even confronted some of these people. I asked them, I said, where did you guys come from then for the Africans to sell you? They said they came from Israel and the Africans conspired against them and sold them. But now my question is, I didn't hear him say that out of his mouth, but he agreed in his video. He agrees with what the white man said, comparing like Shaka Zulu story to the pharaohs, meaning they are the.
I think they have misconception about West Africa. I think so, because they would have checked well.
Well, they're just talking that like they are related to Shaka Zulu too.
Yeah. No, they all, you see, these people that are coming to Africa, they believe in Egypt and other things. It's very complicated. They don't really know the history of West Africa people, the nature and the behavior of West Africa people. If the British could not get a foothold or hold a land in West Africa during even when they were they have to even colonize you from far. They're coming close to you. They will understand that coming to West Africa to say they want to claim land for themselves, are they really ready to fight? Are they really ready to know the other side of this people they're coming to live among? I just see what happened when they were demolishing that land. These people don't joke. These people
Yeah.
don't play. They will come and demolish your land. They will come with full force. You cannot do nothing. I was in one show with one guy called Bemani. He was saying they will use media because they all have businesses attached. I said, my brother,
Well, this guy here also, this guy you seen on the screen here, in this interview, this guy they were talking about how they are going to, if they leave Ghana, you know, how Ghana is going to lose so much, you know, how they brought all boreholes to Ghana, you know, a lot of stuff.
that is a shame. They did brought nothing there. Those charcoal houses they were building, they just want to reclaim an estate and build multiple houses on it. It will not stop. They will also go to other places in Ghana, you understand, and reclaim land for themselves. They want to create a court society, a very large one. I think it's not only in Ghana. I think they penetrate Tanzania also. You
Yeah.
understand me? When you hear people say shalom, which they are
Shalom.
not, they are not Jewish people. They are not the original Hebrew people. How can they want to they have the money to be buying all this land and all these lands also. The ordinary black American that you can see sometimes buy land, ordinary ones, they don't buy more than 100 by 100 feet or 60
Right.
by 80. You understand me? Feet. They just build a house, maybe where it's already developed, small place, and live there. But the majority of them that is coming to Ghana disguising as Pan-Africanist or Pan-Africanism or whoever they want to call themselves. They are this
Yeah, but
Hebrew Israelite.
yeah, but that's the thing. Was Marcus Garvey a Pan-African? He's Pan-African, but I didn't believe he was Hebrew Israelite.
I think because when I was saying this thing, one guy just say, no. Well, I said you look at this in the eyes of United States, America. So you people use media to cry. As American government, I say American government don't do nothing. If you like, go to social media, cry as you want. Africans will never listen to you. They don't give a damn about you. If they could see you, you see the way they destroy that land, they come with full force.
You see, here's the man that he interviewed. Let me let you guys hear some. So, you know, he presented, he was quote unquote Pan-African. He's pushing that, right? Now, let's hear his interview with this Hebrew Israelite person.
With this particular land in Cape Coast. Can you please share with the people your affiliation with this property out here, what transpired, and also maybe what's happening behind the scenes that we don't know of?
Sure. First, dear brother, allow me to give all honor and praises to the Holy One of Israel, to the Creator of the heavens and earth, and to all of our brothers and sisters who, past and present, have labored for.
So it's clear to you that he's Hebrew, right? So let's. I want you guys not to say, "Oh, Afridamus, you're confusing it." He's Hebrew. So let's go.
Us to have our place in the sun and to have returned back to our station and homeland. I greet you in the Hebraic tongue, the African Hebrew language. Shalom Aleichem, peace be unto you. And thank you for this opportunity to express our position about this. It is indeed very, very, as I think the numbers that are tuning in would demonstrate, our connection with Ghana goes back almost 40 years and possibly longer. I'd have to actually look at the calendar to determine exactly when we actually started to plant our feet and our blood, sweat, and tears westward and in Ghana. We had already spent years, obviously, in our very beginning of leaving America in '67. We spent 2.5 years in Liberia, also in West Africa. And so our commitment
so they were in, or maybe still in Liberia, I'm not sure, but Liberia was the gateway. Let's hear him tell it a bit, and I want to hear you guys' take on it.
And dedication to our people in the Edenic lands, as we prefer to call Africa, in the land of Eden or Eden paradise, goes back.
Guys, they want, it's like they want to tell us about the Old Testament Bible. So they want to create their own understanding of the Old Testament Bible. That's what they operate on. But let's continue.
And it's very, very deep. Needless to say, when the news hit a week ago, less than a week ago, this past Sunday, when we got the word about the demolition that was going on the property, we were in shock about it. And it was obviously very traumatizing, but then again, we just couldn't just allow that to paralyze us. Our connection, we are a community. In fact, we are the largest organized community of African Americans outside of America. And we've always maintained a very close.
So, you see this. Chris O, thank you for the super chat. Chris O said, why didn't Go Black interview the actual owner? I heard this man is based in Israel. So this man he's interviewing is one of the Black Hebrew Israelites in Israel. Israel. So Kidola is right. Kidola, you're right. They, you know, it's like these big lands they are buying. So they are trying to acquire land in Africa, just like they did in Israel.
Afridamus, let me make a point really quick. Let me make a small point, right? When the Jews in Germany were this is what happened with the Jews. The Jews used to travel. The people that they call the Jews now, the white people that went to Palestine, right? This is how they invaded Palestine. They traveled. They were scouting for land where to settle. They even went to Uganda. They went to where Palestine was. They went to other countries. They were fighting suitable place where they can claim and call it their own country. And when they find out that place, they realize that, okay, the Jews, let's take part of Palestine where Palestine was, you know, West Jordan and all these places, you know, and I think the Palestine Strip and all these places, so the West Bank, and they make it their country. That was how their people scout. Why their main people were in Germany and in America. And this is what is going on between the blacks in America. They are scouting for African countries. It's gonna be a point in time where maybe Ghana. It's gonna be a point in time where Ghana will be dominated by these people, and they will soon claim a part of Ghana, or maybe the whole
Ghanaian people don't play with land, as you can see.
Well, Ghanaians, when it comes to invaders, the Ghanaians are weak. This is what happened to Palestine. Palestine was strong in those days, but they took over their land.
Judah, it's not like that, man. These Ghanaians are very complicated people. I said it way back. I said it years back. I said it a year back. I said it a year back. Ghana is a complicated. Look, they can tell you Aquaba. They can tell you all kind of things they want to tell you. They can be very nice to you. You understand me? Ghana is a complicated land. Ghana will wake up on the ask them to go, and there's no pity about it. This is a small test. The area is Cape Coast, they test now, right?
Yeah.
Cape Coast, they know the history of Cape Coast, right? They were just looking for space to dominate. That's why Go Black is an agent.
Well, he's appearing more and more like agent, because see, he went straight to interview this guy, right? Let's hear a little bit so you will finish so you can add that. Let's hear what Mr. Yehuda is saying.
Connection. We have a very strong organizational structure, and we are global in our presence, in our movements, in our communications. And so, you know, we are very intricately connected to everything that was going on there in Ghana. And that's just one of numerous areas in which we are enmeshed and engaged with the Ghanaian people in terms of different ventures and immersing ourselves in local culture and the reality of providing a haven and a sanctuary, not just for those of us who come out of the West, but for our people there who are under siege by Western mindsets and ideologies. So
do you guys hear this? There are people that are under siege. So these people are saying they are Hebrews. Ghanaians are not Hebrews. They are coming to Africa. You know, like the Hebrew Israelites here say they are different from Africans. So they're saying the people are under siege by Western, you know, ideology. But they are Westerners. Their thinking on Ghanaian culture is not the same. Who are you to decide for Ghanaians? You see? So let's see. Chris O said Ghana ain't getting invaded by anyone. There is some truth in what Kidola is saying. Thank you, Chris O, for the super chat. So here, let me hear real quick.
Know that we need, our whole focus here at Jerusalem was to provide a model that we can then replicate. and then to propagate around the world, starting in the African Edenic lands. And so
there we go. There we go. So you guys heard it from the horse's own mouth. They are international. They want to start this movement, building places in on the Atlantic countries of Africa, West Africa.
Okay, can I just say something, Afridamus?
Yes, hold on. Let me read this real quick by Flavors. Thank you for the super chat. He said Ashanti fought a 100-year war against the colonizers, defeated them multiple times. Cameroon should not compare themselves to us. Thank you, Flavors of the continent. Judah, the Ghanaians are coming for you. Go ahead, Dirt.
All right. Okay. What to say about this whole complete numbskull of thinking and thoughts and all that stuff? I don't even
And
know.
Dirt, just so Dirt, there's no profanity. If just, I just want to remind you. I know sometimes you get really heated.
All I'm gonna say is that Jude, you look very fly with your shades, man. What are you doing? Show them. You look fly, bro. You get me? I actually rate that. I rate that. You look like the boss, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that. He just think for me.
See, Dirt, you just caused him to lose his internet. But go ahead.
He looked fly with his thing. But what I'm gonna say about these African Americans, I guess
it's not all this time because it's not all because these are
that's what
we're talking about what is Go Black's job like is because 1 minute he's Pan-African, another minute he's Hebrew. So this is not all the blacks. Is he trying to? Are they trying to ride off of the wave of the Pan-Africans?
Yes. Okay. Before I even said that, I was gonna contain myself. I think it will be stupid of me to think all Black Americans are like this. But it's surprising, and I'm surprised how much of them think like this. How much of a lot of Black people, especially in the diaspora, think like this. Even with the Caribbeans in the Jamaicans over here and all that stuff. I spoke to some of them. In fact, I was speaking to one of them. She was telling me about how they are Hebrews and all that kind of stuff. And I told her, explain to me then, because I know this history of the Bible and how religions transferred. So explain to me how you people came about. And then she tried to explain she couldn't even go anywhere. She doesn't even know the history. So they picked some of the most dumbest people that don't know shit. You know what I mean? So Afridamus, if you're not educated, you are fit to be a slave. These people are creating a cult, a slave class, and I'm glad people are starting to finally pay attention to this complete nut job and all that stuff. Go Black is a nut job. I never rated him. Even as he's riding the Pan-Africanist coattails, I will always be hesitant in his channel. I'll say something about this guy. His movement doesn't feel right at all. It doesn't feel right. So from what I'm hearing they speaking, yes, they are quite a more organized movement. And they're quite mobilized within the continent. And that's dangerous. They are dangerous. Because they're making a lot more grounds than Pan-African.
Do you think that's why when he went to South Africa, you think South Africa was way too developed for his taste and his that before he went to South Africa, the South Africans supported him. Because remember, I used to tell them, no, it's not the same thinking. But they're like, no, we think alike. But then the South Africans, when he got there, he was just being negative towards them.
Of course, because what kind of sane person in their mind will gravitate to the amount of rubbish that they are having to preach? So you are having to actually pick from the bottom of the barrel.
I think it's easy for them. They have Hebrews they recruited in Cameroon already.
The Bantu Israelite are different from Hebrews. The guys that they call
Israelite. Man, you have to take that L, bro. You have to take that L, Judy. I'm sorry, man.
No, I'm not gonna take it.
So
No,
Judah,
no, you have to.
so Judah, are you the same Hebrews as Go Black and this guy here?
No, 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 Afridemus, you have to draw a thin line between the Bantu Israelite and the Hebrew Israelite. The Bantus are not Hebrews. We are different breed. The Hebrew Israelite or the Black Americans that claim they are Hebrew, they I don't know. We are different people. We are just different people because
What is
we
the
have our own.
difference?
The difference is that the Bantus believe that they are the original people, the people that God,
Yeah, but
the original
okay,
people of the
but
earth.
but but
The Hebrew Israelite are the people that believe that they were sold, the slave trade, the ones that were sold. They believe that because they were sold as slaves. So, and it says in the Bible that the slaves are and all these things. But
if they were
that's
taken
it.
from Cameroon, if they were taken from Cameroon, don't you think they should be going back to their
Right.
ancestral
But
land?
this is the thing. Every Bantu have already identified their tribe. If you cannot identify your tribe as Bantu, the ones that were sold have
Wait,
come back
Judah,
and identified.
wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you Bantus, if so, let's Go Black. He has Cameroonian DNA.
Right. His DNA shows Bamileke. That's what he says.
Okay, so he's identified his tribe. Can he go back to the tribe?
Right, from his tribe, Bamileke. Bamileke is a Bantu tribe. So I don't believe because I've not really understood what he meant by Hebrew. I've not even heard him mention Hebrew. Maybe he is Hebrew or not. Maybe he used to be. But if he wants to claim to be Bantu Israelite because his tribe is, and then that's fine with him. But
Yeah, you see,
based
someone
on
reminded me, good word, Najmo. Yes, the Hebrew Israelites, they call Africans Hamites. They said we are of Ham. We sold them like we were cursed
exactly,
by their God. So
exactly.
Afridamus,
yeah,
Afridamus. If they were not Hamites and they were the Hebrew Israelites that Moses took away from the Egyptians, Moses took the Egyptians to the Red Sea, facing Saudi Arabia and the north. The West
yeah, but
Africans is the other way around.
Also Judah, I've played video here before of Hebrew Israelites in Cameroon. In
Yes,
Cameroon, no, they are not. They are copying the black.
they are
They are
copying. They are copying.
the people that converted them is the black Hebrew Israelites from America.
Exactly. Even I was watching a video a few days ago. Ghanaians were also claiming to be Hebrew, that their
Wait,
ancestors came from Egypt. Exactly.
Ghanaians are
Yeah, I
claiming
can
it
send you
too.
the links. Yes, I can send you the links. It seems like every African, even Nigerians also like if
Oh no,
everybody is
there's a
now claiming Hebrew.
Nigerian. There's a Nigerian online. He is with those Hebrew people. He's
Oh,
actually popular. Like this Nigerian guy. He said he's Hebrew.
right. I mean, Ghanaians are claiming it. I don't know, man. Like all these Africans. I mean, I don't know. And this is a thing that I want to tell Africans, man. Like especially the ones on
What about the
in the
African
continent.
Kemites, the ones from Kemet?
Man, look, I don't have a problem with the ones from Kemet. I will have a problem with the ones that want to be something that they are not, especially the ones on the ground, man. Like these people should not be coming in and you think, oh, because they are this, you want also to be claim it. It makes no sense at all, man. It just don't make no sense.
Judah,
Uh,
Judah, let me give you an example. These people are not Jewish. These people are not Kemet. You see, where they sold, where slave trade take place in Nigeria mostly, right? Where those places, if you see the Igbo land connected also to the Akwa Ibom, to the Calabar, all to the that coast of Guinea, right? Then the Yoruba land, then the inner land called the Edos and everything. But the Igbos were very notorious at the Calabar for selling themselves. You understand me? And until today, there's a trace of those things in Igbo land, whereby there are some people who call the Igbos call untouchable. The untouchable ones, because during that slave trade time, which is they belong, these are indigenous of those areas. During that slave trade time, some of these people were running to the gods called Okenga and other things. And these gods are normally sometime in the market square area. So automatically, if you run to those gods nobody will be bold enough to catch you and sell you. You understand me? You know, so those will kind of like dominate those busy market area or those zones, so that they call those people called Osu. You understand me? Those people in Igbo land, some of them are billionaires. We just say Igbos are billionaires. Most of the billionaires that came from those areas, some that come from these people also. But the Igbos that who call themselves freeborn don't want to marry them. So other tribes are marrying these women in Nigeria without we not knowing.
Oh, because they don't follow the tradition.
No, because other tribes like Yoruba or the Edos or the Niger Deltas doesn't know more. They don't even care about this tradition because it's not in their zone. You understand me? You know, it's not in their side. The place called Port Harcourt, all those areas, if you check their languages, some of them speak Igbo language because some of them will be slave down there, but they will never be sold to the white man. So some will just stay there. People like the Jaja of Opobo and all these guys. So they're a very big ethnic group who form a tribe in these areas, but will never be sold to the big boats. But they just form a tribe there.
But Kidola, what do you think about already like in Ghana, Cameroon, Nigeria, they have the black Hebrew Israelites have converts in these countries.
They're very tiny. These are Igbos who are frustrated. They don't have anything. They see Israel wearing that white thing or wearing this uniform thing as the latest thing. It's not like they really believe in their mind. Some of them just want to look. The Israelis that left Germany, that went to Palestine, these people are really Israelis. You can say there is a marriage and all these things.
Come on, Kidola, are they Israeli? They left Germany. These are white people claiming to be Israeli. What the heck are you saying?
No, these are the real Jewish people. You understand me? These are the real Jewish
Wow.
people. We should not deceive ourselves.
Wow, really? So you're gonna call a white man a Jew?
These
Wow.
are Jews. If they're not Jews,
how do you know he's a Jew?
They will not go back to their own land.
So, Judah, what color is a Jew person?
That's what I want to ask Kidola.
No.
Don't you think? Wow.
No,
it is
but
believed that it was mentioned that Ethiopians, even the people in Ethiopia, because even in Israel right now, the Ethiopians are fighting against the white people in Israel that they claim to be
why do they call them Ethiopians?
No, but Ethiopian is a nationality.
Yeah, they can just go back to Ethiopia.
But before these people came to Israel, they weren't Jew. They were something else.
No, they were Jew.
No, they weren't.
Jumbo, and a good afternoon to all my black
Hold on,
and African brothers here. How are you today, good sir Afridamus?
Hey, Black Certified, welcome to the Afridamus Report.
Okay, Jude, let me take something from a historical context. When the land of Judea, when there was at the land of Judea, when it got destroyed by the Romans, the Jews got scattered all around the world. You had Jews that went to the east, west, south, and north. And these Jews mixed with the populations within there. In Ethiopia, you had the Jews that went to the south, they mixed with the Ethiopians. That's why you have the Ethiopian Jews. For if you want to say Western and coastal Africans, the only relation that they could have with Jews is when the Portuguese sailors with some of the Jews during the Inquisitions came to Africa. You understand? So that's why you might say, that's why you might say that Igbos may have some Jewish blood, just like some of the Lancados in Guinea-Bissau and Cape Verde have some Jewish blood.
They don't have those dead Jewish blood. The Igbos are voodoo worshippers. You understand?
Yes.
No, they're nothing like
Kidola, I understand. Kidola, I understand.
So they're not like you. Look, I live close to the Igbos. I know their tradition. I know who they are. The
I
Igbos.
understand.
One mic. That let him land. Let him land. Go ahead, Kidola.
The Igbos. Let me just tell you the truth, my brother. The Igbos. When you put Igbos, it's a general terms they call themselves. They all have their local languages. Igbo is a general language, just like the way they speak Tree. You understand me? That's just the way it is. The truth of the matter is, the truth of the matter is, those zones called the eastern part of Nigeria, they are voodoo worshippers who worship God of the earth and God of the sun and God of the sea, and they worship what's called the big tree. You understand me? They worship what's called spiritual things. They pour hot gin, what we call shinap, or some of these alcohol into this gods of the big trees and the gods of the iron they create there.
Yeah,
the Igbos were never Jewish. It was the British. It was not even the Portuguese. It was the British who come to Christianize them.
But it is funny. It is funny how an African person, a black person, will be saying that the Jews, the ones that left Germany to Israel, are the real Jews. It's crazy, man.
But they are Jewish. No, hold on. Let's allow. Hold on. Let's allow that to learn, and then we'll allow blacks who defy too. Jude is the co-host, by the way, guys. Go ahead.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, no one is saying they're the real Jews. What we're saying is, when the Jews nation or the land of Judea got conquered by the Rome, the Jews got spread out around the world, and they mixed.
Kidola said they are the real Jews. I'm talking to Kidola. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And they mixed with populations around the world. Those that went to Europe, you have the Sephardic Jews in the Iberian Peninsula, and the Ashkenazi Jews that went to Europe and Eastern Europe and all that. And then you have the Ethiopian Jews. Now for West Africa, West and Central Africa, the Jews that came around that time were the Jews who were during the Portuguese exploration age or conquest of Africa. You understand? So they have mixed, even in all the way in Guinea-Bissau, Cape Verde, and all around west coast of Africa, you can find some people that say they are Jewish related. Why? Because of this admixture. But it doesn't mean you are original Jews. You're just a mix of Jews. There's no original Jew in West and Central Africa.
Afridamus, the Jewish people that came, right? Some of these Jewish people, they are slave traders. They did come to spread their religion there. These are people who are more with the boats. You understand? They own these big boats. You understand? These are people. That's what they said. Oh, some of these Jews participate in slave trade.
Right.
Whenever really they came there to spread their religion, they're still able to hold on that religion very, very tight. Let me tell you, the Africans they took to, if they were Jewish, if the black Africans they took, or the Igbos and the Yorubas and the Senegalese and whatever they take for West Africa and the Ashanti, everything, if they were really Jewish, why would they not practice that religion when they get to the new world where these people were still praying to spiritual God? They were still taking.
But even when Jesus came back and find out that people were selling stuff in the church, they were not practicing his religion. He has to tell them.
Black Africa will never Christianize. Black Africa will never Christians. Black Africans will be Christianized, just like the way the Osman Fodos invade West Africa also.
My guy, Jews are not Christian.
Hold on, guys. Let's allow Black Who Defy to drop, and then we'll play this a little bit. Go ahead, Black Who Defy.
Okay, absolutely. What are we talking about? Jews?
No. We're talking about Black Hebrew Israelites in Africa. Talking about spreading there. Oh, you didn't catch it? Hang tight. Let me play this interview.
Yes. Then Ghana was that home base for many of us. I've been in and out of there numerous times. I was there as part of a team that was on the ground for 3 years with the ministry, operating with Ghana's Ministry of Health, and 15-member team sent from Jerusalem to there to deal with preventive health lifestyles and teachings and preparation of food and principles and what have you. So this is just one of many ways. In fact, personally, I have a daughter that's married to an Ewe prince there, 3 sons. So we're very, very much engaged and involved and intricately connected to Ghana. So obviously this hit us a certain kind of way, but we can say this, dear brother, that land was illegally seized. It was destroyed in the course of a day. Needless to say, we know that there are some other forces behind the decisions. I just have to think we don't hold any animosity towards whatever was behind it, but we're going to get to the bottom of what was behind it. We know that even my coming out of Washington, D.C., the intricate dynamics of land repossession that took place in Washington, D.C. and is still taking place in D.C. and all across America. Look at Jackson, Mississippi for the most recent and current example. So we know the dynamics of the greed and other things that can sidetrack those of us, who have a decent and righteous agenda. We know the forces that can be arrayed against us sometimes. So again, we were sitting on a 49-year concession We were in the 24th year of a 4-year concession that has.
So they listed for 50 years. That's what he's saying. So they're on a 49-year concession. So that's how the lands are acquired, right? But this man is all the way in Israel. He should have interviewed the people in Ghana. He said, so he's got connection there. So let's continue to hear a little bit here.
Renewable option for us. It's eternally renewable for us.
Did you say a 4-year or 40-year?
49 years.
49-year lease.
49-year lease or concession on that property, and we're on the 24th year of it. So it was illegally seized. There have been reports that someone said we had a 10-year lease and it had expired. That is patently not true. We've got the paperwork, and recently went through the various offices that deal with these types of issues to update our.
So that's their version, right? But another story I heard, they were not paying, quote unquote, their lease. Because if you lease it, I guess they gotta be paying to the person, whoever leased it to them. So apparently, Africa said here, he said they never paid their lease. You see? Because like Ghana, and just like many other countries, not only in West Africa, lands on the beach right up there. These lands, they are generally government reserve lands if they don't belong to like families. So you can lose it to the government, That's especially you're leasing it. So yeah.
Well, Afridamus, first of all, I'd like to say, I'd like to ask you, do you own beachfront property, sir?
Sir, I would like to talk about the Hebrew Israelites.
Lastly, I'd like to posit that I believe that the African Americans of New York are the original Hebrew Israelites in perpetuity. Also, I believe that Ghana should give them all their land back, sir, post haste. Thank you.
All right.
Oh,
hold on. Which land Ghana should give them back? Which land?
All of it, sir. Whatever land that is, sir. Yes.
Hold on. You see one thing I understand about blacks in America. You people see things in a very different ways, right? You people speak things in a very different way, in a simple and casual way. That we Africans, we don't speak like that. Land is part of our soul. If you're not ready to die and fight, I said it before. Our tribe first, before the state, before the nation. Land is part of what make our tribe. It's not just give it away just the way America flow as capitalists. That land belongs to those people. These two-faced that came to that area and deceived them that they are black, they're coming back home as brothers and sisters. But indirectly, they're looking for land to claim to form a very large crowd as part of their society, have failed them and will continue failing them. Cape Coast, that area, they should go and study that area of Cape Coast. They were even lucky that they did take their leg off of that ground, that they still allowed them to stand. Because Africa, when they come to do such a business, they don't speak, who are you? What are you doing there?
So wait, so blacks who defy, so you saying that Ghana should give up the land because these people are the real Hebrews?
Absolutely, sir. They
But
are the real Hebrew
they can go to
Israelites.
Israel. They can go to Israel. Ghana is not Israel.
Afridamus. There was one time that a land was purchased by Muslim people. I think in one state. I think that was in the South or something. During this time when Americans were like, "Oh, this is happening, Al Qaeda and all these things." These people purchased a land. Guess what? That land was taken and it was never given back to these people. It was confiscated by the state. I mean, when you want to see Americans, when it suit them, they align with what is suit them in their country. When it comes to Africa, they want to impose. And these are the things, right? Africans should learn how to stand their ground when they get decisions, when they have their
Let me give you
decisions
a
that is
warning.
right.
Hold on,
Stand
hold on,
their
guys,
ground and
guys, hold on,
protect their
hold on.
own. Let me
Hold on,
finish. Let me finish.
allow Black to defy. He was in the middle of sentence, you know. But
Okay,
Judah,
go ahead,
Judah,
boss.
since let him drop so you can, you know. So Black
Go.
will defy. You say they are the original Hebrew, but they can go to Israel. This man is in Israel.
Yes, sir. For those in the know, Ghana was the original Israel, and that's where their
Wait.
food
Ghana was the original Israel
yes, sir, and that
for blacks.
where their home. Yes, from America,
Wait.
and that's where their home resides and where they should live. Because, as Kidola so eloquently put, the land is a part of their soul, so they should definitely get their land back.
So in what sense is Ghana the original Israel? In what sense?
Being the original Israel, as stated in These Nuts, chapter 2.
Blacks will defy. But don't you think, okay, like Judah is from Cameroon and he's a Bantu Israelite. Wouldn't it be more safe to say the Hebrews might be from there then, since he's claiming it, instead of Ghana? Ghana is not Israel. Uganda is, they considered, you know, Uganda, maybe Uganda, I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. We believe that Ghana is our Israel, and well, not we, but you know,
the blacks, but you black, right?
Yeah, yes. The Hebrew blacks believe that Ghana is the original Israel, and therefore they have rights to that land in perpetuity, sir. That their ancestors are buried there under the ground, mixed amongst.
Did you read this in Disney chapter 3?
Yes. No, I'm sorry. Disney chapter 2, verse 3.
Judah got knocked out. Okay, go ahead, Dirt. Go ahead, Dirt.
These nuts. One thing I want to warn to all Hebrew Israelites and all that stuff. The thing is, Africa is not like the United States where you have secularism just being practiced. If you pick up a movement that's kind of like really irritating to people, they will pick up pitchforks and they will kill the whole lot of you and all that stuff.
You know what?
And if you try to fuck with people,
you're right.
Listen, if you start, hold on. If you start fucking with people's land, especially in other regions in Africa, you will find yourself beheaded all the time and all that stuff. And I can promise you that.
You're not lying. You know, I'm gonna stop trolling. You know, I was trolling. I hope you guys didn't.
Right. No, I know you're trolling.
Okay, so someone mentioned in the chat those two black old women from Detroit. I think they were from Detroit, Michigan. I don't know, but you know, civil rights activists. You know, left leaning, believing that they are from Africa, thinking and bought land in Ghana. And I remember this. It was around 2005, 2007, and they got there. They purchased land, not knowing any of the laws where they went, and decided they would stay, without the coverage of a man, nothing, and ended up dead and buried there. You know, fought in court, won that court case for the land, and ended up dying there. My point in mentioning that is, Darth Malgus, you're absolutely right. What business do you have going over there claiming land that isn't your own? And if you do go over there and purchase land or lease land, then you have to follow the laws of said land. You can't come over there with your American influences thinking that everybody's going to acquiesce to your whims. And it's insane, and I'm tired of it.
Look.
Hold on. I want to read this real quick after then, Kido. AZ Nation said, the Afridamus report, correct. Ghana is Israel. I remember when Moses parted the Niger River while reading Genesis 1 time. Guys, this is funny. That's funny. But go ahead, Kidola.
Look, I think I will come to that Ghana fight you talk about.
Yeah.
Well, normal Ghanaians, I'm not talking this. Normal Black Americans who come into Ghana to buy a land. Some of them buy a land, but some of them in the well-developed area already. They build their house. Their land is not more that. Let me put on feet because we deal on feet here than what we call a plot or acres. They buy by, let's say, 60 by 80. They build their beautiful house, or 100 by 100 feet. They build a beautiful house. They're there. But some of these cults that are coming, who call themselves the Hebrew Israelites, these are the people that the Ghanaians don't really know. When they find out, sometimes it takes an African to digest who are these people really. They start debating about it for a very long time. What really work against these people is not about the land, it's not about it's not about the land, but they themselves. That these people, what they were representing, and they were very, very sometimes arrogant and vicious.
They
Then
will
the
be
people
getting
ask them
killed
to
very soon if they're not careful, bro.
the people ask them to go, and when they want you to go, they will really let you go. So let's go to that land that guy from Michigan, wherever they came from, and everything. When those people came long time ago, the land was not even like this at that time. I think a man brought two wives to Black American guy who have two wives, and brought them to Ghana. He was having a very big land that the chiefs of that era give to him. You see, when the guy was sick, his children started selling the land. Why in the agreement, I don't think the guy was allowed to sold any part of the land. So it was the children of that guy and these women who want part of the bread. I think it's a polygamous problem. Then they start hiring talks to fight themselves. That what lead. It's not like Ghanaians just want to kill. No, it was among themselves, ready talks to fight on their behalves, to occupy. It's a wet problem. What happened at the end? The chief of that area, I think the next chief took the land away from them. I said, no, this is not the agreement. That's why I said that if you buy the land as a Black American, don't go to beachfront property where you know you're not an indigent.
Right.
You understand me?
They gotta be careful with those beachfront properties.
Yeah,
Judah, you were saying something.
Isn't that right,
Yeah, see, I've spoke with blacks who defy, right, one on one on different channels, even with his compatriot early weeks and all these people. I've talked to them, right, and these are the people that they believe that, like I was saying, they believe that their homeland is Ghana. And this is what I'm saying. These are people that are roaming around scouting for fertile soils, fertile places that in one point in time, America will use them to invade and establish their ground. And as years go by, I keep telling people, you might want to find out. The years go by, there will be a country called African American country on the African soil. And that's going to be, Ghana is going to be divided into two halves.
Liberia, that's Liberia already.
Why? But they cannot go to Liberia because they believe that Liberia is a failed state. They have turned it upside down. They don't want to go to Liberia anymore. They have seen Ghana as more fertile, and they want to push Ghanaians, the people that live in the south, they want to push them up north. So Ghana is going to be divided into two halves. The Ghanaians are going to move up north, while the invaders that are coming in, African Americans, are going to take the south.
Wow. Okay, that's from my co-host. So Blackwood Defy. So are you surprised to see your people like paving the way for you guys there in Africa?
Oh, not at all, because that's what they do. They don't build anything. What they do is come in and take, use, and then burn down. That's what they do. And let me just make that very clear. They are not my people. Renee LaRock, if that is a real picture of you, you are a beautiful woman. But yeah.
All right. Thank you. Let's have Al. Al, go ahead. Al. Al, welcome to the Afridamus report.
Good evening, my brother. Jara Masito. Me a team. Yes. First of all, I'm only coming on this show, talking about land.
Yes.
To be Afridamus. I mean, you lived in Sierra Leone, right? Before the war. And you grew up in Connaught district, not far from Liberia. Right. And then I'll give you an example. We got Guinea next door, and we have the entire West Africa that surround it, right? If you look at Sierra Leone and Liberia, these countries were actually designed for the African Americans and the Caribbeans, from the diaspora after slavery, where our ancestors, that actually are the true owners of that part of the you know, the Guinea coast, you know, offered the land for them to come back and live, you know. Does that make sense? You know that, innit?
Well, technically, like in Liberia, it wasn't offered.
And Liberia,
the group that came
yes,
first, that stayed in Liberia, they were not welcomed in Sierra Leone.
Because
in those islands, Shabro Island, so they couldn't fight those terminates.
I know you used to live in Connaught district, but you know Freetown, which is a western area of Sierra Leone, yeah,
right.
You know you got the Creole, right, in Freetown,
right.
You know the Creole, like if you go up to Sussex and Leicester and all these villages. I don't know if you've ever been there, because obviously you know.
I've been to Freetown. I've been up there.
Yeah. Okay. So that part of the western area of Sierra Leone is belong to them. Like that's they've been there for over, like
Shabro Island.
Yes, it's belonged to the Creole. They've been there for at least since the early 18th century. Put it this way, right? And because don't forget, you know Wilberforce, right? Wilberforce in Freetown, that was the base for the at the end of slavery to stop the slave ships. Basically, those that
that's right, JQ. I am hanging out with my people.
Yeah, who's that interrupting? Can you mute yourself?
Sorry, guys, let Al finish. Al, go ahead.
Right, but basically, for me, I don't see a problem. Yeah, African Americans coming to West Africa or anywhere in Africa. That's my personal point of view, right? Because I'm the sort of person, I'm open-minded. I don't have problem with people, yeah, coming over and developing, you know, the continent and developing themselves. However, we don't want the wrong ones. Those are involved.
When you say develop, like what kind of development?
Well, like, development starts from education. If African Americans coming from the US to Africa, you know, to teach engineering.
Wait, you say engineering?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm giving an example, right? I'm just saying. I'm giving an example.
No, guys, let him finish. Okay, guys, hold on. Let him. Jude, let him talk. Jude. So Al, when you say
a white person for that matter.
What are they going to teach? You said like engineering. And what, like being doctors?
It could be tech, it could be art, it could be anything. But anyway, let me get to the point, yeah. And basically,
no, but it's important for us to know the education. No, because what you're saying, education you said we don't mind the development. Now you gave example of engineering. Do you think the blacks have teachers that? Do you know the education level of most of these people you're speaking about?
You better off teaching engineering in Sierra Leone, depending on African American.
You're my next topic, bro. Just calm down, yeah. Just calm down. When I get to you, Afridamus, make sure you mute that fool for me, please, brother.
Okay.
Man, slow down, man.
No, don't do that.
Right. So we don't mind development, yeah. People coming from anywhere in the world, yeah, that want to come to help, you know, develop the continent or the place, not a problem. But people that coming over, you know, just for their own or for greed, regardless where they're coming from, we don't want it. And that's common sense. Moving on, right? So, you know, we know people like, for example, Ghana, that for me, Ghana has always been a scam. Like that return to home movement in Ghana has always been a scam.
From whose side?
From both sides. It's always been a scam because the reality is...
Wow, you're going to protect Sierra Leone and bash Ghana. Are you kidding me?
Sierra Leone was founded like that, you fool. That's
Come on, man.
So wait, hold on. We have blacks who defy here. Blacks who defy.
And you know the Gambia. You know the Gambia as well. They had Creole over there, didn't you? You know that?
Yes, they still do.
Okay.
So blacks who defy. Did you hear what Al said? He said, you know, Africa looking for, you know, engineered teachers from Black America to Africa.
From anywhere, Africa.
No, but the blacks are the ones coming.
Listen, Afridamus, brother.
You
know, brother, you know, I don't like your point.
No, I know, but
I agree with you. Yeah, I don't agree with you on that topic, bro. But you, my brother, still, I'm gonna.
Okay, let's allow blacks who defy. Black is a Black American.
Yeah. But there's certain brothers. Like I would say, like I'll give an example, like Brandon and Dynasty. I think brothers like that are good because they connect connecting us. They connecting us to the level. Jude, you don't listen. Jude, the reason why you hate Dynasty, because he block you off, isn't it?
Man, we're not
Because you
talking
got
about
nothing to
Dynas
offer.
here,
Yeah, you
man.
got nothing
Dynas
to
is
offer on the
promoting Sierra
platform.
Leone.
Yeah.
So
All
that's
you're
what
doing is tribal
Hold on, guys. Let's not
That's
change
all
it
you
to
do.
that, guys.
But
Hold
let
on.
me just tell you one thing, Judah. Yeah, if someone is gonna come on the platform and start bashing on one tribe, what is your problem with Fulani people anyway?
No, we're not talking about that. We're talking
No, but
about
I'm
what is
asking you,
going
what's
on
your
right now,
problem with
man.
Fulani? You listen to me, yeah. Let me just tell you one thing, yeah. You obviously have so much envy and jealousy towards Fula people. Yeah, it's been noticed by every fucker out there. You need to calm yourself down. You're coming on platform. I'm talking about the greatest tribe that walk the earth. Yeah, like that.
The
You must
Fulani
be
are not
out
the
of your
greatest
mouth.
tribe, but let us go there,
Hold
man.
on, let's not go there, guys. Guys, hold on.
Let's not go
You
Let's
understand?
allow Black who
And
defy.
and you sit there and claim like the Bantu are innocent. Bantu people done more massacre and kill more black people, the African indigenous than
Change the
any other race.
world.
Do you understand that?
Guys, hold on. Hold on, guys, one at a time.
Can you mute that?
Can we
Can you mute
all just
Christian
get
Aguilera for a
along,
minute?
guys?
One mic, please, guys.
Can we all just get along here?
Guys, calm down, please. Blacks will defy.
The Bantu
What
wiped
do-
out. The Bantu
Oh,
wiped out.
hold
the
on, do
Khoisan.
not
They
hold
wiped
on,
out the Khoisan.
Al.
Yeah. What are you talking
Al.
about, Jude?
Al, hold on.
Al, slow down. We're not gonna
slow
talk
down.
about that.
Hold on.
Let
Let's
Black
not talk
This
about.
tribal hatred here.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Blacks will defy. Blacks will defy.
Fulani, Hausa, all this.
Blacks will defy. Hold on. Blacks will defy. Do you want to respond to what Al say about the black engineers coming to teach?
Hey, sir, you'll be waiting forever. Okay.
That was the
Anyway,
same thing
Afridamus,
that I
who's
was
that
about to
brother
call
there?
him.
Who's that brother tweaking?
No, Al is Black American. Hold on. No, Al is from Sierra Leone. Blacks will
Where
defy.
did you find this one, Afridamus?
No, he is Black American.
He's
Allow
Black
him.
American, bro.
Blacks will defy. Blacks will defy. What do you think about?
Yes, sir.
What do you think about Al's?
Okay.
What Al said.
Sorry, I can see you now. I can see you. Yeah, bless. I can hear you.
When I think about what Al said, I don't know what Black Americans are going to come over there and make it a better place. And because if you see any of, I don't know if history is any indicator, you know what you are in for. If they decide to migrate over there in numbers, okay, especially the ilk that's coming over there now. They're not bringing anything.
Can I say something next?
Hold on. Yeah, Judah. Allow blacks who defy to let Africans know what we are to
Last
expect.
thing, you'll probably get some gangbangers, perhaps, maybe even some high level drug dealers. I mean, nobody who's really gonna build anything for you. They'll take handouts and money and food rations once they fail farming, but they're definitely not gonna build anything there.
But the Africans are gonna give them farms to farm. How do you think that farm is gonna?
Didn't you just hear what I said? They're gonna the farms that they get given are gonna fail. I mean, you'll have some outliers who may succeed, but not in the numbers that they are hoping. They are planting their flag on sinking sand if they think that Black Americans are going to do anything to help their country. And it just is what it is.
Can I go
next?
Judah?
Let me
say something.
Hold on, no. Hey, Dad, allow the co-host to speak. Go ahead, co-host.
Allow the co-host, man. At least give me that accolade before my time comes down. This is the thing, right? Most Africans, especially the ones in the UK and the Europeans, I don't know, with this mentality, they believe that the blacks in America are more superior than them, and this is it makes me, I want to you think these people can come and teach you engineer? You are better off moving back to your home country and teach your own people than depending on people that live in America. It's crazy.
Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know
this
what?
guy want to stay over in UK and speak with
Hold on, let him finish. Let him finish.
You want to live in UK and speak with a UK accent, but yet you claim to be African, bro. Let me tell you why people are not moving to Sierra Leone and Liberia. This is the thing. Ghana is far better off and developed. African Americans do not want to move to places where they want to start from scratch. They don't do that. I know these people from the fingertip. They want to move to places that are a little bit like America, a little bit clean, a little bit where they have already built, a little bit not
like South Africa.
Like South Africa, like probably because Ghana is looking a little bit cleaner, like, you know, even the downtown Accra. That's why they mostly stay in Accra, and that's the thing. They don't want to go to all these Liberia and Sierra Leone where they want to start from scratch.
Who would not want to do that? Who would not want to do that?
I'm telling you about the African Americans that I know.
To go somewhere clean.
The ones that are going over there are just going there for a visit. Let me finish. The ones that are going over there are just going for a visit, and Diners is the one that is promoting that part of the country, the Africa continent. That's why you are onto Diners tail light, so he can promote your
Diners tail. What do you? This guy is a crackhead, you know.
Okay. I don't have a problem. Go ahead.
All right, let's allow that. Okay, let's allow that. Where's that? That, go ahead, that.
Yeah. Afridamus, all I'm going to say, if it's down to African Americans, yes, there's so much we can say, but we don't want to. But these Hebrew Israelites, they are quite a problem, and their problem with. Imagine Afridamus telling a Balanta man in a fucking tough country like
that. You promise not to use profanity. Remember?
Okay. Imagine telling a Balanta man in a rough country like Guinea-Bissau that you own his land, that you are the original Hebrew Israelite. You will get killed and chopped off straight away.
These guys are dummies. I'll never support them. I'll never support these
Hebrew Israelites. Afridamus, if you analyze, you can see there is something wrong with these people mentally. These Hebrew Israelites, there's something wrong with them mentally. Even if you look at Joe Black to Africa, I'm glad Brandon did the thing because he analyzed them mentally. And this they don't have the right ilk. It's a different spirit about them and a very, very dangerous. But what is dangerous is because of the lack of education, they always attract the most stupidest people into their groups and all that stuff. And obviously, illiterate people who are illiterate. I've spoken to them. I've spoken to some of them, and when they get enough time to interrogate them, they don't know the history. They don't know nothing. It's like people who are just open to a new book, and they believe this is new gospel that they found. It's just these people are hopeless people that don't know any better. They are all being misled. That's what I've concluded from speaking to them most of the time and all that stuff. But they're dangerous. Well, let me finish with one thing. Hitler said, a lie, no matter how much you repeat it, it tends to become the truth. And there's another saying as well. A lie goes around the world back and
faster. Yeah, already before the truth starts. Now the truth is starting to come out. Just like Jussie Smollett got exposed.
Afridamus, you know these guys, yeah, let me tell you the reality of them. They'd rather be anything except being black Africans. This Hebrew Israelite or whatever you want to call them.
Because
that's what they're not proud of their own race and and their heritage. So they rather just trying to be they're trying to find a group that they belong to other than theirs. So you can't, they've been brainwashed basically. Yeah.
By who? Brainwashed by who?
By their own, by this.
But they don't believe that. They believe the Africans are the ones that are brainwashed.
No. You see that Tariq Nasheed guy? Yeah, see Tariq Nasheed? Yeah, since he came out with this true hidden color thing, that's when this thing just went off the flame. Yeah, and obviously he's like the godfather of their movement, isn't it? And what he's doing at the moment.
Judah said they defeat your tribe in Cameroon. That's why people have no strong level in Cameroon.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna minute.
Judah said defeat your tribe. Your tribe was the slave traders. That the tribe defeat Yupo tribe.
We took them out.
And we will defeat you again the second time.
Exactly.
Can I respond to that?
That's why you went to Britain. That's why you
exactly.
Listen. Okay. Can I respond to that now? Yeah. Good. I like that. I like you came up with that. So let me just remember. Just remind you, Jude. Cameroon, is your ancestral land. Yeah, and we have a massive chunk of that land. Yeah, as we're speaking, this started during the 17th to 18th century, and even up to now, for a minority tribe, for a fact, the Cameroon border to all the way to Nigeria, the Hausa and the Fulani run that shit, and even now, as we're speaking, we still control it. Yeah, and that's
put on your camera out. Put on your camera. Let me see you speak in that UK accent.
Yeah, but you already lose it. You listen. Don't switch it up. You the one that claiming to be defeating us. How can you defeat people that are already on your fucking neck, bruv?
Bro, you're not on our fucking neck. We took you guys out.
Yes, profanity, guys, don't calm down, guys.
No, you are a Fulani. Let me tell you about what it happened to the Fulani.
Oh,
That's why in Cameroon, Fulani person, we know
okay.
We never dominate in Cameroon. Let me tell you that.
How can you defeat someone that's already on their neck? How can that happen, bro? You're deluded, bro.
Bro, I'm not gonna argue, man.
Hold on, guys. Let's allow Stephen to.
If you're lucky, remember. No,
allow a new speaker.
Yeah, okay.
Allow Stephen.
Just 1 second, please.
I'll slow down. Take that Fulani stuff to Sierra Leone. We're not talking about Fulani on this channel.
The guy that was there, he was a Fulani guy. He ruled Cameroon until he get fed up. He said, you know what, Paul Bear, you take it. You know, rule us as long as you're ready. When you're ready, you pass it on back to the Fulani guy. So be ready for another heart attack, bro.
Person will never
All right. Let's allow Stephen. Go ahead, Stephen. All right, thank you, Al. Go ahead, Stephen.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Stephen, welcome to the Afridamus report. Stephen, what do you think about this idea? Do you think Go Black is hiding, himself as a Pan-African and trying to, introduce their Hebrew Israelite, ideology? Just like this man said, they are trying to get foothold on the coastal West African countries.
Well, all I can just say is that basically, I saw the show that Brandon did. It was actually a good show. And Go Black actually came to, stand and defend himself.
Yeah, no, I came there. I came and in fact, when he saw me, he ran away. Yes.
All I have to just say is that all this, the algorithm of this Africa becoming the new destination or the new place that everybody is going to, at the end of the day, is all a facade. Mind you, 5 or 6, 7 years ago, everybody was talking shit about Africa. But now, all of a sudden, now with social media and technology and everybody seeing the viewpoints of the African continent, all of a sudden, they're all Pan-Africanists and other things, a.k.a. the O'Shea Jacksons, Go Black. It's not genuine. Even Phil Scott, it's not genuine. It's all for trends. It's all for making money. And, as Brandon said it best, they love entertainment more than anything. Take away entertainment from Black Americans and all hell will break loose.
Yeah, Brandon, talk about fact, though. That's why I follow him. You get me? That's what I'm saying to you. You see this guy?
Let somebody speak. You are already a defeated tribe. Let somebody speak.
Your
tribe is being defeated.
You already
spoken. Let me just
hold on.
You gotta let Stephen finish. Let Stephen just calm down. Guys, one mic. Allow Stephen to talk. Guys, this is Stephen's turn. Go ahead, Stephen.
Thank you, Afridamus. As I was saying, it's all a facade. It's all for trends. And we all know that trends don't tend to last because they can smile in your face one day and talk shit about you on the internet the next day. So all of this, why do you have to mention Judah's name into this? But anyway,
Al, I'm trying to keep you up here, but you gotta let the people talk, man.
Can you respect me, please? Can you respect me? At least I speak with African accent. Speak with African accent, at least, man. Come on.
Thank you. Right. So yeah, I think it's all for trends. Many of the Black Americans are actually going there. I actually cannot really. I won't say they can adapt because they've been so spoiled within the American system that they can't live or exist without it. They can't really exist without it because it's going to take a place. As somebody actually mentioned, they want to go to a place where it's already been established. They are not trying to face any They are not trying to face any competition with anybody now that the world is coming into a global market and the competition between resources is becoming very intense. So they don't want to face that kind of, situation when they go to. They want it to be a smooth journey. They want Africans to roll out the red carpet and welcome them with African ceremonies and all that kind of stuff. And once that short honeymoon is over, that's when all hell breaks loose.
And that's what Sierra Leoneans are doing, rolling red carpet. Cameroonians do not have time for all that bullshit stuff, man. You come in, you do your thing, nobody respect you if you are African American or not. We are not into all that kumbaya stuff.
And also, Damas also said something like this is one of the shows that they just want the same privileges that white people get everywhere they go. The way
Right.
white,
but they don't know that it's money that gives white people that you have to be willing to pay. but you know, here's the thing, you know, most people like Black who defy, you would agree with me. You know how the entitlement is here, right? You know, you would see,
Afridamus, my brother.
like
Sorry,
hold on. You gotta let the host say this. So in America, a lot of people, there's American privilege. You see what I'm saying? And most Black people don't realize they have American privilege. They disguise it as Black privilege. They think it's because of they are Black, not knowing it's because they are American. So now when you leave America, for you to continue the American privilege, you would have to spend like an American white person.
Absolutely.
That is the standard. But when people don't expect you to come there, you know, like doing the things you're doing, talking about you want job, snack, you know, negotiating things that cost 25 cents. The people, you become an unwelcome guest. They don't even want to see you. They are like, you coming all the way from America? Like, if you want to bring us, you know, poverty, I have my neighbor, he's poor, okay? I can go chill with them. At least we can understand each other. But this idea to say you're going to get engineers, not going to happen. I hate to break you guys' bubble. It's not going to happen.
Afridamus,
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead. Stephen.
And if you look at the educational system in America,
who was talking?
Come on now, why are you doing this? Relax.
You gotta wait your turn. Like when I call your name,
all right.
you go for it. You gotta. Yeah. He's been here waiting for everybody. You know, it's his turn. Let him talk.
All right. Okay, my brother. Done now.
Anyway, if you look at the educational system right now, who are the top educational people in America? Chinese, Indians, immigrants, what so have you. And look at the programs that the Black American students are even taking. Most of them are not even into STEM programs. I can promise you most of the STEM programs that most of the Black students are taking are mostly Africans and I would say Caribbeans. I'm not saying Black Americans are in those programs, but very far, in between, because they are taking the, what do you call those programs? Those,
you're talking about the like basket weaving and like social science.
Social sociology, all those things that are not really necessarily important.
Sport management, music management, music production, those things that are not really essential for capital systems. What the capitalists want in the educational sector is engineering, medicine, accounting, all those heavy technical stuff that are necessary for advancements in economies, not sociology, not psychology, all that crap. So, and I'm pretty sure that it's African students, thank God for them, that are the ones dominating those STEM students. So I think they're in a good place. So African students and the universities and colleges, they're in a good place already.
That's a good thing.
I'll go ahead and talk. You always talk to Go ahead and do your talking.
Afridamus, you're right.
You do not tell me when.
That's why I honor myself with a white sauce.
with a white one.
With the white sauce and the toast bread. You see?
Hold on. Kidola, are you surprised? Kidola, when Black Who Defied laid out the truth, do you think some of the African Pan-Africanists would be pissed off by what he said here? Because other people, even others were asking for engineers like Niger and others. So do you think they would like this?
They will not like LA guy,
Blacks Who Defy.
Black Who Defy.
Oh no, yeah, they're not gonna like him, huh?
No, they will see him as a coconut.
Yeah, they're gonna say he's.
Oh yes, absolutely. I've been called worse, but I don't care.
Kidola, let me tell you one thing.
George, I honor myself with the white sauce and the toast bread.
You You see, the reason why I
Let
say
me
you're a
speak.
scammer.
Hold on.
Yeah?
Hold on.
The reason why I say you're a scammer. Yeah.
You're a moron, man. You cursed Kidola out in one panel before. You call him a Yoda. Now you want to call it. Man, you shut up.
Guys, one mic, please.
In the background, if you listen now in the background, you can hear different language. You can hear different language inside this house.
Kidola, you're right.
You know, one hand they speak English, one hand they speak Dutch. You understand me? One everybody speak everything. I purposely honor myself to avoid poverty. You understand me? I give myself a white sauce and a toast bread and salad. You know what I mean? With cucumber and paprika and all kind of garbage and all kind of things on it.
Wait, Kidola, but what about, don't you need like some smart Black Americans to come and help over there in Nigeria?
I know. I refuse the jollof rice once here. You want me to go and take the pancake with sugar straw and
Kidola, stop lying, man. You don't eat jollof rice. You eat monkey soup.
No. If you listen to the background, my wife different type of language. I tell you, I purposely choose white sauce with toast bread.
Nah, man, I don't believe that. I reckon you like monkey soup with pounded yam
and all kind of something.
Hey, Afridamus, it's been real, man. I'm out of here, brother.
All right, thank you. All right, so guys, today I didn't want to stay, too long. It's been, 2 hours, but we would do a special show on this here. The
Afridamus, please ask Judah, ask the Fuller boy, if you want to fight Judah, go to Africa and defeat Judah tribe. Judah,
we already have. We're sitting there for nearly 1,000 years.
Now you're not bringing Daniels to come and help you to develop Fuller land.
We've been sitting on this land since the late 17th, 18th century. He knows that. That's why he's so angry. He can't stand us. But sadly, he's rather have some kind of clown coming over, like is that the French, you will
never be my friend on this YouTube
the Israeli or the English. You'd rather them come over there and take over his land, which they did. But
what the heck are you talking about?
The good thing is we still got massive chunk of it, and that would never change.
What the heck are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
Man, take this guy out, man. You slow down, bro. You shut up. You don't know nothing, man.
You know I'm getting on it now, bro, because I'm speaking the facts.
Come on, bro.
So Al, what do you think? What you heard that you're not gonna be getting engineers. You are more likely to get rappers, ex-drug dealers, ex-pimps, or ex-soldiers.
Between me and you, you grew up in Sierra Leone, right? And Sierra Leone, that stupid dude they keep bashing down. Sierra Leone had the first university in the entire West Africa. They had the first high school for boys and high school for girls, right? And we are very educated people, and we actually happen to have the highest IQ in Africa. Maybe that's the reason why me and that clown over there, we don't really get on. But get to the point, I don't know. I don't care about African Americans coming to the ancestral land for any reason. The only reason why someone would really care about that.
No, but you were expecting engineers. I mean, look, I agree with you. If you say, people can come, like nothing wrong with that. But remember, you had a standard. People are coming to build because African people. If you're coming from America, this is the advanced world. You're supposed to be coming with something. This is expected. You're not showing up empty-handed. Or no skills, you know what I'm saying?
Well, sometimes people come with no skills, and they're not.
Yeah, but you gotta come with money.
You probably went to America with no skills, and you're not building something else. I don't see to be honest, I don't see for us intelligence you Afridamus come about.
No. When I came to America,
you was educated by us. You went to Cologne. So don't disappoint me, bro.
Look. When I came to America, I did not come here and say I'm coming to save people. America said they can provide skills, you can learn all types of stuff. I came and took advantage of them, right?
Exactly, but it's the mindset of the individual. I don't generalize.
No, but what I'm saying, I'm saying
coming on this platform and generalizing the entire African Americans, thinking
nobody's doing that,
and that's wrong.
But who sees? it's a broadcast. Broadcast can never entail everybody. In fact, we are not even saying even the Pan-Africans. We're speaking on Hebrew section here where go black. You know, he seems to be like a grifter.
I do not agree with. I do not agree. Afridamus, come on, we know better than that. If there's any people that have link to Egypt, yeah, in Africa, it's our people. You know that, like the Mande people, like the Fuller, the Wolof, and so on.
Oh man,
These are
get
the
out of
people
here,
that
man.
have genetic
Get out of
links.
here. Get out of
yeah,
here.
you don't like what I'm saying, but these are the people that have genetic link to the northwest Nile Valley. Yeah, according to geogenetical studies. Yeah, and
so what are you talking about? What I'm
Northwest
saying
Valley,
is,
what the Nile Valley? The Nile is not even closer to Sierra Leone. What the heck are you talking about?
it's Niger Congo people that went to the east and came back to the west. Just be quiet. You just been
Oh,
sitting. You've been sitting in the bush for so long. Yeah.
wait,
You don't know what's happening
are you
until we
trying
came
to
and
be?
wake you up. Just
Are you trying to be related to the Hebrews too?
No, we're not. We're not. What I'm trying to say is, if there's any people that can claim, that sort of ancestral link, it's probably us. But we do not do that because we know we're Niger Congo people, West Africans. People that have been taken away from West Africa to America, claiming to be Hebrew Israelite all the way to the Middle East. How does that make any sense to anyone?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about here.
You
But
do not. Okay.
but you're coming up saying all black American. Nobody's, Hebrew Israelite is not like a whole black American.
Yeah.
It's not black Americans. Some of them, most of them laugh at this.
Yeah, we're Niger Congo people, man.
Yeah, so it's not like
Congo people.
Yeah.
Us
So it's like a special group.
Us West African, we're Mande people, and those in the southeast, they're Bantu. Yeah, that's how West
There's
Africa
no
is.
Bantu in West Africa. Stop calling Bantu, man.
You're a Bantu,
Okay,
bro.
hold
You know
on.
that. I'm not.
Hold on.
Mande.
Let's allow Black Thoughts also. Black Thoughts, go ahead. Black Thoughts, are you there? Unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, Black Thoughts. You came in earlier, but you left. What do you want to add on to this topic, before we close out here?
You know what? I think he's right. We have to, us Black Americans, we have to go back to Africa and, learn our heritage. Learn how to have zebra cakes and the good stuff.
Zebra cakes?
Yes.
But can't you have zebra cake here in America?
No.
I know a place you can get it from, sir. All you have to do is give me your PO box. We would ship it to you.
You're gonna ship me the zebra cakes?
That's right.
And what about the rhino steaks?
We will ship that too.
You're gonna ship that too? No, I think we need it fresh from Africa.
Well, these rhinos, they were brought, from Africa. They are real African rhinos.
Afridamus, just 1 second. And feminine, if you doubt anything I just said, please drop the link of Afridamus. Let him or her or his.
Man, they doubt you, man.
So
you
can,
always crazy.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Argue what I said.
Right. Hold on. Black Thoughts.
Yes, sir.
So what do you think about the land? You want zebra meat?
Yes.
Well, you might have to move to Kenya for that.
Okay, no problem. That's where my ancestors are from. They're from Kenya. Yes.
Okay, so you're which tribe?
The tribe of rhino and zebra cakes.
Kidola, what do you think about Black Thoughts here? Kidola, what do you think about Black Thoughts? He's Black American. He thinks he wants rhino meat and zebra cakes.
I would be very happy to take him to Zimbabwe, where I will put him between the lions and the zebras there.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
Do you know what confused a lot of this Hebrew Israelite? Because the thing is, nowadays you got a lot of genetic testing, right? And some of them will come up with like a Semite in their DNA testing. So the Semite kind of got the Middle Eastern link. And Afridamus, most West African tribe. The reason why I say Mande group, not Mende or whatever, Mande group, is a genetic code that.
Yeah, but Al, you're going into the tribe history, not today, but we'll do that again.
Yeah.
So Black Thoughts here, it says your tribe is the Wanga tribe.
Afridamus, that make a lot of sense because that kind
They
of
say you're from the
confusion.
Wanga people.
Judah there they test Egypt. So so Judah is very close. Is very close to the Egyptians than I. You want to
That's
mention
what
Egypt? Judah there they test Egypt.
So Black Thoughts, are you thinking about moving to go live amongst your people?
Hell no.
Of course I am. Why wouldn't I? You think I want to live here in the United States of America where I get up, get in my car, and go wherever I want to go? No, I want to run from lions every morning. That's how you stay in shape.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
I live in
That
the
is
state and there's no lion where I live at. It's actually good where I live at.
That is disrespectful.
Guys, hold on, Al, you gotta let the man talk. Let the man talk.
You can't be coming here and dissing Africa, man.
No, he's not this. Look, he's not
in Africa.
He's not dissing Africa. He's telling you. He's telling you what he is going to do. Black Thoughts.
Yes, sir.
You said, you will not, leave, these paved roads where you can just go to Starbucks, whenever you feel like it, right?
Okay.
You have 24-hour electricity and all of that. So you're going to leave all that and move in with the Wangas?
Of course, because those are my people. I keep telling you.
Okay.
Listen,
we know these
listen.
people,
This
man.
stuff in America.
No.
Guys, can you not interrupt when the guy is talking? Guys,
Listen,
please.
can I
We have to
speak just one time?
hold on. Why do people just jump in and start talking? Just relax. I'll call you guys.
Because I want to cut his ass.
No, you will have your chance to talk to him. Let him go. Go ahead.
This stuff in America, this is the white man's contraptions.
Okay.
And I don't want anything to do with the white man's contraptions. I want to go back to Mama Africa.
Yeah.
Okay. I want rhino steaks. And this guy go.
Bro,
What's
I
this guy name?
I never saw rhino steak in my life, bro.
Go back
Born in
to Africa. Go black to Africa.
Yeah. So you want to go black, or you want to go back African, or you're going by black?
No. Listen, I am African American. Okay, so I'm already African, so I can't go black to America.
No, you don't sound like an African American. You sound like Caribbean, bitch.
No, I'm not Caribbean. Okay.
What is a baby mama, man?
I am. I'm trying to get her to cook the rhino cakes, but instead,
she gonna cook you pork, man. That's what you like.
But
why are you guys so slow, man? This guy is taking the piss.
But instead, you guys.
Al, the man said he likes rhino steak. Why are you upset at him for liking rhino steak?
Obviously,
hold on, Al. A minute ago, when Kidola was telling you about the good white sauce, he's eating. You said no, he's eating monkey soup.
Well, that's true. That's not a lie. That's a different.
Well, Black Thoughts also is telling you the truth. He wants to try rhino steaks. What's wrong with the rhino steak?
Maybe we should talk to Kidola and leave us out of it. You know what? I got work in the morning anyway. Take care.
But I'm talking with Afridamus. I don't listen. If you guys eat the good American steaks and you guys eat the good American pork and the American chicken, there's no problem with that. I'm okay with you guys eating that.
That's right.
My friend, you know what? There's a guy. There's a Nigerian guy called Kidola.
Have you tried a pancake? What's your problem? How many pancakes have you eaten today with sugar straw and your ice cream and waffles?
No. Chicken and waffle.
Okay, chicken and waffle. Is it good, or now you want to try the rene or the horse? Which one do you want? The horse?
The same one that you're gonna eat. The same one that you have. That's the one that I want to have, because you are from Mama Africa, so so you can teach me.
I would never want to eat your food.
By the way, I'm not crying. I'm laughing.
I have a special one I'm eating that if you want that one, I can serve you that one, but on a different place.
No. Come on, brother. Don't be like that. We are brothers from Africa. We must fight. We must listen to me, brother. We must fight the evil white man together.
Listen to us. We don't have no homosexual shelter. Shelter
No. Wait. Hold on. So wait. So if you say brother, that's homosexual. Is that what happens in Africa? Because you said that, not me.
You sound like you like him, gay.
Not me.
Like
You said that, not me.
No, I said
you like Jude. It's Jude. That's Jude's husband, you know.
Okay, all right, guys. You guys are getting okay. This is getting weird here, but yeah. Okay. So it Africa, East Africa. You are up. Go ahead, East Africa. What do you want to say?
Listen, he don't have a job. He's living with his baby mama.
You know him?
He sound like that. He got a food stamp.
Wait, are you guys from the same neighborhood?
Yeah, I see him all the time.
Are you the one that be on the side of the road taking up water from the sewer lines? Is that you? I remember you.
And he's a food stamp.
So hold on, Black Thought. Now I see why you were avoiding him. So you guys know each other.
Of course we do. He's the one.
Imagine the white man was talking like him now. Would have been like, oh, this guy is racist, you know.
No, Al. You told Kidola to go eat his monkey stew. Everyone heard you here. Everyone heard you. See, Black Thoughts didn't come here and say to anyone, eat anything. He's just saying. He's just saying this is what he wants.
I'm just fucking with you anyway, bro.
Guys. Okay, let me play this short clip and then we'll get out of here. We want to hear what the Hebrews are complaining about in Ghana.
Claims. So it's not like, you know, that we're sitting on something. Even squatters have due process. You know, you don't come in and bulldoze somebody's property.
This is not America, sir.
And if you were squatters, there would be some type of legal.
You know, like Kidola, are you familiar with the squatter law?
No.
So in America here, the squatter law, like, you know, so for example, someone, they can come and squat in your house, right? They can be, if they're there 6 months, you cannot kick them out. You have to go to court, you know. So he's saying even the squatter has a right. You think in Africa, if they say get out of my house, they would wait for the court to decide?
They will come with their tribal men.
They come with machetes, bro. You see, Kidola tribe come with the machetes, isn't it?
What I think is this: the African Americans that are coming to Africa, they don't really understand African like that. You understand? That's the problem. But it will take some time, and they have to be very careful with these Hebrew Israelites. These are the ones that we really need to get to fear. The other ones that comes, that do their own things, those ones that love long stroke Kwame, those big waist ones, it's okay, you know. You see, Ghana is a center for big waist, so they like it a lot.
So Ghana like BBWs?
Big time. That's what they're there. If you go to Ghana, December time, if you see it on YouTube, a lot of them, they're there.
So Black Thoughts, are you surprised by that?
Hold on. Just go around and come back to me, please. 1 minute.
Okay.
Afridamus, thank you.
All right, let me read this real quick, Kidola, just a sec. He said, Chris O, thank you for the super chat. He said, Afridamus, why they always hating on bushmeat? Chinese eating worse, and they are prospering. I'll enjoy my zebra burgers and rhino hot dogs. Thank you, Chris O. Thank you very much.
Good for you, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy your meal.
Yeah, go ahead, Kidola.
So that's what I'm talking about, because if you check December time, you see, Ghana will always be a place most of them will be, because it's a place most of them will be coming, but those ones are different. But the Hebrew Israelites, they have got a one knockout out of their nose now, so I think they will adjust themselves. I think they will find a place to go. These people will still find a place to go in Ghana. They're strong-headed people. You know, they might go more inland.
I think they're very dangerous people anyway.
I think they're very
dangerous.
Let's
see, they have a center. Let's hear him what transpired.
Our brothers and sisters coming. You may know some of the repatriates there. You know, they secured
land based on a handshake in some cases and a bottle of schnapps or something of that nature. But we did not. It wasn't that loose. It was not in any way superficial. It was actually professionally done. It was actually with agreement, and we've maintained that over the years.
Land you acquire by shaking hand. The Europeans did that. They lost the land. Anyone, they're just letting you stay there. If you're just a stranger on the land, eventually they're gonna take it.
But the details are going to come forth in the course of the next, in fact, a meeting, a follow-up meeting. We've already had a meeting with the president and the Minister of Tourism, the Minister of Diaspora Affairs, our lawyer, our principals who are there, who the lease. All of those individuals are part of a 9-member committee that the president directed to resolve this and to come back together on, let's see, in the next week. Now, one of those members is a member of our Holy Council who will be flying to Ghana.
Is the Minister of Diaspora Affairs, is that a real job?
Hold on, let me show you guys what happened here.
All these structures was brought down to the ground, and did we all able to see it?
No. You didn't share it yet.
Oh, I didn't share it. Okay, my bad. My bad. Okay, I thought I was sharing it. Well, hold up. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. Let me go back here real quick and rewind this. Yeah, I thought I shared it. I came back and said, oh, no, I didn't share it. Man, it's not even letting me share it. Let me try this again.
Minister of Diaspora Affairs, is that real?
Had transpired here just in the last week. Right. And
there you go. Yeah, I can see it.
So, guys, this is what happened in Ghana. That's the Hebrew Israelite place.
Painful to watch.
Yeah.
I have stayed there in the past when I would come for PanAfrican. Mm-hmm. I've eaten there at the beachside restaurant and juice bar. The compound had become a regular place of gathering on Friday for the expatriate community or repatriate community, as well as locals to come by and in fact, we had an organic market. Anyone who was doing organic fruits and vegetables. Yeah, very painful, very painful. They would play bid whist and chess and dominoes and whatever else, the brothers and sisters would want to do. It became a place. We had been, when you talk about properties like this and ventures like this, naturally we know the model that the world would like you to follow. And so a lot of people would often say, well, you need to sell alcohol. But that was a red line for us.
All right. So that's the Hebrews right there. You see their place getting demolished. So we're gonna, end it on that note. What do you guys wanna? Rashid, welcome to the show. And I forgot about you for a second there. But Kidola, you were gonna say something. I'm well.
Okay. Afridamus, it's a little bit late here.
Yeah, go ahead.
And sleep.
Kidola, how you doing, Kidola?
Fine, man, because I just honor myself with a special.
Man, where are you going? When I
no, he's gonna go to sleep. Let him finish. Let him.
Hold on.
Can I go next? Afridamus.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not eating monkey soup. I just eat a beautiful food. Today was African meal anyway.
Oh man, I like Nigerian food, man. I like Nigerian food.
So today was Nigerian food. Okay. Oh, yeah. So I think in the long run they will fit in, but not these cut ones. The ordinary ones will fit in the long run. They will fit in. But I think most of them they should try to go to Sierra Leone, whereby things are a little bit different, but I don't think if they would like to build Sierra Leone from the scratch, but they will try to go to that place because a bush can be a city tomorrow.
Right.
Ghana is too. If not for the Civil War, Sierra Leone was a very beautiful place. Let's just be honest. The Civil War destroyed Sierra Leone. That's just the real truth. And they're still building it there. So it's still very beautiful, but I think they are more grand in Sierra Leone. Not these hot ones, so we don't want these hot ones in Sierra Leone. Because nearly all Africa's country, we all kind of like in one, but I want them, the real good ones, the one the Sierra Leoneans are giving passport to. Sierra Leone, you can buy a land there, maybe 200 by 200. It's for you forever. Go there, develop it, be there, enjoy it, because all these places you've seen now bushes. I bet you 3 years from now they will change. That just saw one love. Judah, please allow her to rest. You defeated his tribe. We understand that. Bye bye.
Thank you, Kidola. Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead. I'll close this statement.
He defeated us by talking. That's a good way to end it, right? But yeah, basically, what I was gonna say, to be honest, I don't. It doesn't bother me. Yeah, whether they come to Africa, to the ancestral land, to build up, whatever they want to do, as long as it's not negative towards the local population, it doesn't bother me at all. However, what bothers me is basically generalization, can be really negative, towards any group.
But Al, to be fair, you generalize, saying you guys conquered Judah's tribe.
No, but obviously,
that's general. That's generalized.
To be honest with you, that's a fact, though.
But you should. So for you, it's a fact. But other people are just generalizing.
He basically would Jude. The reality is, I don't know what is his real issue with people of Fuller people. And the reality is, Fuller people are a very different group. They're not all, that better than me, probably Afridamus. We're not all, we're not all one people as a race. The tribe that speak, similar language and similar settings and similar cultures, and also, very principled people. And to hear someone, I don't know what tribe he belonged to, because he always talk about another tribe on platform. This is not the only platform, yeah. And without actually coming up and say, I'm from this tribe.
What the heck are you talking about?
He just says a lot. Yeah, he never mentioned his tribe, but he's always coming on platform talking about another man's tribe, to a point where you have to get blocked. Yeah, that's hatred. You can't grow up living like that. You're gonna actually end up having some mental issue, bro. I'm just warning you. Yeah, to have so much hatred towards a tribe or a group is not good for your fucking mental health. It's
all right, thank you. Thank you, Al. Thank you.
Afridamus, you take care. Yeah, I'll speak to you.
Too.
Let me say my thing first.
Go ahead, Rashid.
Yeah, hello, everybody.
Greetings,
How is Afridamus? How you doing, Afridamus?
I am well. Go ahead.
Hello, Jude, my friend. How you doing, Jude?
I'm doing great, Rashid. How you doing?
Jude, some people were saying like, how old is Jude and all this on the comments, on the previous ones. But now you show in your face, so they know you're a young guy, Yeah, they thought maybe you are 60 years old or something.
All right. Go ahead, Rashid. What do you want to add?
Yeah, I watched the what they call the Go Black to Africa and his way of seeing it, and the Hebrew Israelite. I think that was the topic, right?
Right.
Okay, Go Black is. I watch a lot of his videos. He's a smart guy. He's a guy you can listen the whole day. He's a smart guy, but at the same time he contradicts himself. He tells people to go back to Africa, but he's staying in he's just going around the one country to another country. He's not even staying in one country. He's not living his life in Africa. When you're showing people you move to Africa, you have to give example.
Well, he's saying don't buy land in Ghana.
Live the life for people you are preaching to.
But he said don't buy land in Ghana. What do you think about that?
Say again.
He said don't buy land in Ghana.
No, Ghana really welcome many African Americans.
No, he's saying don't buy land there. He said don't buy land. What do you think about that?
No, they're not gonna listen to him, because there are a lot of people who are already on the ground. They've been going to Ghana since 1960. The boys, he was there, and I think he died in Ghana. Because the Kwame, and he was one of the PanAfricanists. So they.
But what about the Hebrew? These are the Hebrew Israelites, though.
No, the Hebrew Israelites, they need to go to Israel. That's their home. If they want to go they need to go to Israel, because they already given them a land in between Israel and Egypt, in the borderline, so they can live there. In the
so
desert.
Ghana is not Israel, right?
No, Ghana is not Israel. Africa.
But maybe Ghana is black Israel.
Don't need any drama. No, Ghanaians, they won't accept that. Ghanaians, they won't accept that, because if they want to claim something, I think Afridamus, this is just a propaganda movement to conquer a land in Africa, to grab a land and say, oh, this is we are Hebrew Israelite and all this, and they want to have like a kind of a colony, in some place in West Africa. I think that's one of their agenda. But
well said, well said. Thank you,
but
Rashid.
Ghanaian,
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. All right, Stephen, go ahead. Go ahead, Stephen.
All right. For what I would just say is that many of these, let me not say diasporans, because I do know that there are some diasporans that genuinely want to go to Africa, but the reality is that this Africa is just basically a trend, Afridamus. You know this. It's just for hype. It's just for the entertainment purposes. Nobody really takes that thing kind of serious, because when the thing dies down, another culture will become the it thing. So I think Africans should just be smart enough to take advantage of it. Now that it's still, Africans should just take advantage of it as much as they can before the thing fades away. So, yeah, are these people going to Africa? Not anytime soon. I don't have a problem with it if some of them.
I don't either. Yeah.
If they don't, I mean, on a reality speaking, this continent
I believe in the American freedom. You can go wherever you want to go. If you can afford it, hey.
Hey, Afridamus, I want to ask this question before everyone leaves.
Go ahead.
What job does the Minister of the African Diaspora do?
Oh, his job is to like go black here. He can be considered a minister of diaspora, meaning convincing people like you to come and stay, connect you with your motherland, your roots.
Oh, okay. So this is a job that maybe
that's what I'm guessing.
Okay. So this is a job that maybe one day, if I go around to a few African countries for a year or two, and then I can take this job too, huh?
Yes, you can apply.
Because I'm just wondering what this job is. That's all.
Yeah. If you make, I guess is the criteria. If you make several videos, travel around few countries, and speak in the voice of the blacks. In fact, you know what, Black Thoughts, you should definitely do this. And I'm from Africa, there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can be, you can even tell them, look, I didn't come by myself. I have real African friends who know the land. So you would be a perfect minister.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then I can tell him, look, Afridamus, he gave me an application for the job of African diaspora minister. I'm here to apply.
Just so you know, if it's coming from me, the Pan-Africans will not trust you. I'm just letting you know. They will not trust you to lead them, because they're going to be like, nah, Afridamus, no. He got the American flag. They will not trust you. I'm just letting you know, because you heard Go Black already said he don't trust the American flag, even though he was in the army till he retired. What do you think about that, Black Thought?
I think that we have to go back to Mama Africa. I'm going to make a song for him.
You should. Stephen, did you finish?
No, that's it. But before I leave, I just say, those of you who are interested in going to Africa can go. Those of you that want to stay here and in North America, that's fine. I mean, it's neither here or there at the end of the day anyway. So, thank you, Afridamus. I appreciate the time you've given me, and have a good night.
Thank you. All right, Abdul Kadri, go ahead.
Greetings, Afridamus, and everyone out in here.
Thank you, Abdul Kadri. Abdul Kadri, what do you want to add to the show?
Today I'm coming as a Gambian, because last time,
Okay, go ahead.
I got no place in Africa, but you pushed me till I told you that I'm from Senegal, but today I'm coming as a Gambian, okay.
Oh, wait, are you coming in? So you would agree that I was able to know that you're from Gambia from your accent?
And for real, I knew that that I'm
Gambia.
I'm from the Gambia.
Yeah, so you know that I would know. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Abdul Kadri.
Yeah. So about what were you talking about?
About the the Hebrew Israelites. How they are. land was demolished in Ghana. So I'm saying, okay, since Go Black, he was doing the interview, right?
Yeah.
Is he trying to ride on the coattail, pretending to be a Pan-African while they're trying to promote their Hebrew Israelite thing so they can, get foothold in lands? Like the man he's interviewing clearly said it, that they want land. But I think they're trying to get the wrong lands, because the lands on the water, on the beach. Now, you know how that is in Gambia, even, the TDA. Imagine they come in trying to, take that land to build their Hebrew Israelite shrine, like some vegan juice bar.
So, but okay, what I want to understand is that these people, are they claiming a specific land in Ghana, or?
No, they said their lease was 50 years, but it looks like, it's been only 24 years. But I'm also hearing they didn't pay what they're supposed to pay, so now they are kicking them out.
Well, I see it. Well, for me personally, like, how I see these things, like, if anybody want to be be an whatsoever Israeli or whatsoever, like the Jews, are going to Israel, that's where they claim to be. That's where they claim to be originated from. So, like, in Africa, for me, the place that I knew as, like, from, like, we have, Africa and Black Jews, from that are from Ethiopia.
So you're saying they can go to Ethiopia or Israel?
Well, it depends on the person, personally, where he or she wants to stay, but, for me, like, I never know that, like, there exist, like, Jews in Ghana or whatsoever. I've never heard of it. This is my first time. Or, like, if someone coming from outside, like, I've been seeing it on the internet, like, you have African Americans, claiming to be, Jewish or from Jewish origin or, whatsoever. I got, like, no idea about the thing. But, like, coming to Africa as a Jewish.
Jude, that do you know Jude? Are you familiar with Jude?
Yeah.
Jude is a Hebrew. He's a Bantu Hebrew. Are you, from Cameroon? And already the blacks have converted, many Cameroonians into becoming Hebrew Israelites. The videos are all over. I thought this was some guys in the corner in New York, like they were there yelling, talking about white people are going to hell. I was like, Cameroon, you guys are a bit late. You guys should have said this to the French when they were there killing people.
Well, bro, Afridamus, how I see all these things, like, for me personally, it's like,
but Judah is from Africa. He's Hebrew. He's a Hebrew Israelite.
Bro, it's all about, like, whatsoever, like, because some people, like, you can tell, you can even tell it, like, some, people, like, from, parts of Africa claiming to be Jewish, like,
but
from
they
your
are
own,
not.
from, like, from your own investigation or whatsoever, like, your own, observation, you can even tell it that, like, I'm sorry to say this, but, some of them, might not even have connection to the, Israel, you know what I mean?
Well, if they're Jewish, they better go there. But thank you, Abdul Qadri. You came in late, but we're about to be in the closing. But thanks a lot. All right, thank you very much. All right, let me read this real quick. MS Delta, thank you for the super chat. He said, "Is Judah Ados FBA? He looks like my Chicago Pookie cousin." That's what I was asking him. And he said, MS Delta said, "Concerning the land in Ghana, more to the story. Even in USA, if you don't pay your taxes, they seize your land." That's true. Thank you for the super chat. All right, now we have Black Thoughts, final thoughts. Black Thought, what do you think about the land situation? Because they're saying, man, the Ghanaians didn't just come after the land. These people did not pay. Do you think there's more to the story than what the Hebrews are trying to get us to believe?
There's always more to the story. Every story that you've ever heard, did you ever get the full story most of the time?
No, no.
So, of course, there's more to the story, but they're telling their side,
Yes.
and so they have to tell their side as if they was just doing the right thing, and people just came around and mowed down their building. So that's how it goes.
This is true. I mean, I don't know if you want to play the land game in Africa. To be honest, if you're not from there.
Well, here's the thing: you don't want to play the land game in no country that's not your own.
That's right.
Listen, I've seen things, and I've seen a house mowed down just like that with people that was from that land. So
oh yeah, absolutely. It's not like even if you're from there, like I've seen people, they're from the land, and the place get, if you don't pay, I guess that's what happens.
Yeah, it gets mowed down. So that's how it goes, man. I'm not surprised. I know how these. Listen, every country, again, if you're not doing the right thing with the land or not paying the right people, because it always comes down to money, 95% of the time.
Repeat that, because many of these Negroes think they can show up empty-handed. Their black skin would get them, the free land and all this free stuff. Can you tell them like it's not currency?
Yeah, it always comes down to money, no matter where you go.
Yeah, that's right.
You're gonna pay your way. You're gonna pay your cost to be the boss, right?
That's right. That's
Even
right.
the rhino steaks, they're not free. You got to pay for them.
Yeah, well, make sure make sure you drop your address so it can be shipped there, and pay in full. We don't take loans. You gotta pay in full. We don't take checks either.
But Afridamus, I'm black.
That's why we're not taking checks. We'll take money. You notice that's why I told you I eliminated all the payments. Yeah, no checks, sir. Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and drop down.
Yeah, thank you.
Afridamus,
Yeah.
come by the channel tonight. We're doing the show.
I will.
Stop by. We like to have you.
All right, thanks.
All right. Thank you for having me out.
No problem. All right, my co-host Jude. So MS Delta say you look like his spooky cousin.
Man, these guys are crazy, man.
What's the beef between you and Al? He came in hot for you.
Man, Al is a little boy, man. One of the guys that I toasted in some fuel partners back in the days, man.
And you're making fun of his British accent. What's up with that?
Bro, this is a guy that wanna be all British, man. He wanna speak like the British, like English.
But he can't help it. That's his accent.
What you mean he can see? This is a little boy that I helped step up his game to analyze things, and he's coming out and thinking, these are people that want to pander for Black Americans. I don't have that. He's a little nincompoop, man. He got nothing on me, bro. Like he's a little boy. Like talking about how they dominating in Cameroon. Like my tribe beat your ass up, so I'm not gonna come here and talk to Al. Who's Al, man? Like in every aspect, I beat him out. So I cannot. He's a little nincompoop.
So Judah, in closing, you did good as a co-host, but for some reason, man, you got that Mormon internet. I don't know what's going on. It's shaky, man.
Let me tell you what happened, bro. I really don't know, man. People trying to, maybe people, trying to get me out of not speaking my mind. You never know, man, because the way my internet
What's that noise?
What noise? Oh yes, I have me a bag of chips, man.
A bag of chips.
No, it's not really chips. It's like, do you know about this? Roasted peanut, organic.
Let me see.
It's like $10 from Walmart, just a pack.
Yeah, I don't go to Walmart. There's no Walmart close to where I don't go to Walmart.
Yeah, but this is expensive, man. It's like $10.32. $10.32. That's like 5,000 in my country, man. Just for this little, and it's not. It doesn't even get full. There's like put it half.
So Judah, So there are people starving in your country. You're spending all that on one bag. You know, they are watching you right now. You know,
Come on,
like you're
come
here
on.
telling, but yeah, that's at Walmart. Is the Walmart there safe where you are? I go to
Oh,
Whole
come on.
Foods
Bro, I
usually.
live in I live in a sundown city, man. Like everybody, if you're not sagging your pants, if you're not playing loud music, if you're not doing any of those things, if you have a nice car, man, you ready to go, man. If your car is messed up, your car
You know
is
what? You
all
know what's funny? You know what's crazy? The way I believe that you do shop at Walmart. You're even dressed like the Negroes that shop there. You got the do rag.
oh, it's
You
nothing
got
wrong
the
shopping at it's nothing
no,
wrong
no, no,
shopping at
no,
Walmart,
no, no,
bro.
no. I know, no, I
Oh,
know.
okay.
But
I
you got
mean, it's
the you got the Midwest spooky look. You know.
oh no, you cannot afford. You cannot buy this clothes from Walmart, bro. I don't buy clothes from Walmart, man. I only
Oh no, I
buy
know. Oh, I know
come
that they don't sell those at Walmart. You
on,
got
bro.
that from Champ Sports.
Even African Americans cannot afford what I wear on my body, man. Even you know what I'm saying, this is original, bro. You only get this if you make money, and I'm telling you for a fact,
Judah,
not everybody
Judah,
can do it.
Judah, Mimi saying is the say it's the bragging for me, Afridamus. Yeah,
Of course. Tell Mimi, man. I'm gonna be following her on TikTok, so she should be prepared to see me on pop up in one of those lineup. Hey, what's up? You know. But this is the
well,
thing. Let me go. Let me say a lot of things that was going on. People coming out here to disrespect people. Right. This is why sometimes when I meet people on different partners, I don't take the baggage that we had on different partners and take it over to. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a little boy that want to come here and control stuff. How can you think these people can be engineers in Africa? These are people that they have no sense of even going to school. Their highest sense of education is high school, and most of them do not even complete. They want to go and get GED and all these things. And these are people that you call engineers. The people that we see they go to Africa, they are all grannies. They are looking for granny homes where they will stay and maybe pass out, and and maybe they are looking for young bloods that they can suck them and fix them out. And these are the people that are going to Africa. We don't really have. Take for instance, Afridamus. Have you realized the other empire actor, or what's his name, Terrence Howard, that went to
yeah,
Uganda
yeah,
and wanted to do?
yeah,
What
yeah.
happened to his project?
What you know? Why are they sending us all the light skinned ones?
All the light skin, what happened to his project? These are all fake. These people do not have projects that they want to do in Africa.
You
These
think
the
it's
people that
white
are
people?
actually,
White people are sending them.
bro, white people. See, light skin. This is the thing about light skin African Americans or Black Americans and dark skin Black Americans. The white person consider a light skin Black Americans as more intelligent and more softer than a dark skin Black American. They believe that the dark skin Black America are more thugs and gangsters, and they
This
are
is
strong.
because you know dark like dark coffee. Your coffee black. If you want to stay
Right,
awake, you drink
right,
black. But if you want to just enjoy, you dilute it.
exactly,
You put milk in it.
exactly. When
So you mean the white people feel safer if you are half?
if you have a white person, when he sees a light skin or a mixed breed or admixture Black person, they feel comfortable with these people. If you see Don Lemon and all these other people, the white people feel comfortable. These are the kind of people they employed. A person like Roland Martin was kicked out of CNN because he run his mouth too much, and that's how a lot of Black Americans that are darker, they do. They run their mouth too much. They don't know, but they don't know how to act in front of white people. But a light skinned person acts like white in front of white people and want to be Black when he
Well,
meets
because
the
that
real dark-skinned people.
are you saying their white side kicks in?
That their white side kicks in all of exactly. There you go. Their white side. That's why if a light
Judah, some people are mad, but you are spot on actually, because I've observed this. That's why I'm asking all these questions
but
to see what you know.
I'm telling you for a fact, that's why when you see these light skin, blacks or want to say they are Africans, man, these are spies. These are actually spies, because if they have both parents at home and one is white, one is black, and the things that they come to African milieu or Black milieu and Africans are discussing, they will actually go home and tell their parents. And if their parent is white, they are now releasing your secret to this white parent, and that's how you end up losing the war. And that's how most blacks could not fight for independence, because most of the people that were
don't forget that not just their their grandma on Thanksgiving.
There you go. And all these things. That's why they couldn't fight for independence, because their circle was all
Well, are you
diluted.
familiar? In America, back in the days, the light skin, they were called the Motisa tribe.
The Motisa, the mulattoes, and come on, man.
No. You know why? You know where Motisa came from? Okay, so because the lighter skin were allowed, the mix were allowed to work. They're the ones, they call them house Negroes. They work in the house.
Exactly.
So the dark ones are the field Negroes. Like you and I, we would have like you and I. Oh yeah, we would have been picking cotton,
and
stuff
even
like
in most
that.
Even in most jobs, American white people will give light skin black American supervisor posts than the dark skin one.
Well, that's how we used to, because Motisa, like when the white people are drinking the tea, so they have the person that served them, so they will walk by and be like the question they would ask, Motisa, like Motisa. So that's where that came from, the Motisa tribe.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But you're right. The supervisory position. So you're saying they are spies.
Oh, they are spies, man. These people it's better to deal with a white person directly than to deal with a light skin or a mixed breed or an admixture of black American, because they don't know where they belong. Most of the time they tell you they are this, but they are, they end up being spy, and these are the things that most African Americans or black Americans have not really tell us who they are, because the language that they speak is a American language. Are they communicating what is being handed down from them? Because most of them belongs to parties, and most of them belongs to this American culture. They are not able to give out one. So we don't know if you are coming in as an immigrant or you are coming in as an African person. Because if you are coming in as an African person, it means you are abandoning your lifestyle and your whole ideology or American city to take on Africa. But that's the thing.
But before you leave, what do you think about what the Ben Yehuda, their master over there in Israel,
in Israel,
what he was saying about the issue in Ghana?
This is the thing, right? The laws in Africa should be working. If Ghana finds something wrong with this environment, maybe the structure was not built well. Maybe it was. Maybe Ghanaians saw that
it was a vegan juice shack.
Right. If it was a vegan Jew shack, maybe it was in the environment where the building was. Maybe it wasn't favorable. Maybe it was a place, a hideout for criminal affairs or things like that. If Ghana saw the building was a problem, then they have the right to take it out. I told you in America.
They said they didn't pay.
Okay, if they didn't pay, then that's another problem as well, because these are rules that are being enforced in America, and these are the things that African Americans or Black Americans they are things that they cannot do in this country, in America, but they want to impose certain things that should be done in Africa. It makes no sense. You cannot come and impose your rules on us. You should be learning our own rules and take it the way it is, and that's a fact. And if Africans want to be so dummy and get like Al, this Al guy who is so dumb, believe that it's only African Americans that will come and teach them engineer, and that's the problem with Fulani people that I don't like, because even the ones in Cameroon, they believe that most of them don't even believe in education. So when Al is even talking, I mean, I don't know where he studied, but they don't believe in education. They believe that everything should be chewed and passed down to them. They don't believe in business. All they believe is cattle rearing, moving back and forward, and that's their footpath. And we shouldn't live like that, man. Africans and Africa in general should not live like that. We need people that have a mindset of developing their own, instead of living in a dependability about depending on people. We don't want that. We have to build Africa. And I told one African American, I asked him, why can't you guys go to Congo? He said, no. Congo is scared. I'm scared. We're scared of Congo.
There's a lot of land in Congo.
No, Congo have a big land, but
I said there's a lot of land there.
There's a lot of land in Congo. I said, but why can't you go?
Why are you guys going? They say no, Congo is underdeveloped. So it tells you that even Go Black, he was criticizing South Africa about there are so many white, but he went there and bought the property. Why? Because it looks beautiful. There is no way you cannot. These people, when they talk of say white, they don't want to attach. They don't want to detach themselves from white. They talk white only in public.
That's what I mean. Judah, you got a point. I think even South Africa, they pretend that they're going to love the blacks, but they are because of the proximity to whiteness, to white people.
Exactly. When they come here, they talk bad about in front of Africans. Oh, white people are this. Why? Have you asked yourself why they have not been able to fight for their own land in America? No, because they are not. Because they like what the white people are doing. The white people chew everything and put it in their mouth. It's left for them to swallow. Even still, some of them cannot swallow it. You see, their whole neighborhood is messed up.
You mean they still need the white man to come and massage their throat so they can swallow?
So their food can descend. That's why all the buildings that the white man built in Atlanta.
They call that peristalsis in science.
There you go. There you go. The white man still have to push it down. That's why they cannot go to places and help it develop. They want to only go to places, where it's already at a standard. Oh, this is good. That's why they don't go to Congo. But I say, why you don't go to Congo? There are Chinese.
A lot of them are from Congo. Their ancestors are from Congo.
Right. A lot of them are in Chinese. Are they doing a lot of things? Even though Chinese do not speak the language, but they live in Congo. They are doing a lot of things there. Oh no, we are scared. We are scared of the wars. And that's the thing. They're scared of the wars, but their own neighborhood is more scared of us. We cannot even go to their neighborhood because the wars in their neighborhood is more worse than what we have in Africa. It's crazy, man. They tell you something different, but it's happening in their own neighborhood. It's just, I don't believe them, man. I used to, but these people are, when you live in America and you see how African is in Europe, they look on these people, you just kind of like, wow.
So what do you think? Do you think the Africans in Europe, some of them are brainwashed?
No, this is a thing. This is a thing. They look up to them. Most of these Africans in Europe, they want to come to America. They believe that America is their final bus stop. Even when they are in Europe, they still see this American black as the best guy. They have no knowledge. Me and you live here. We know how we live. We see how they do things. But these ones in Europe, they still see things like in media. Like, oh wow, these guys are actually big chains, gold chains. Oh, all these things. They still have that anxiety. No, man, we don't have that anxiety. Me and you, man. Come on, man. What the heck are you talking about? The same car that you got is the same car I'm driving, bro. Come on, man. The same money you got, I can pull stacks, man. Like, what the heck?
Judah,
come on, bro.
Judah, are you worried about the blacks accusing you of cultural appropriation?
Oh no, man! Come on, man! What you mean cultural appropriation? We Bantus were dressing. We had good sense of dressing, man. In matter of fact, we should be the one telling them how they took our sense of dressing and imposed it in their cultural music. We had good sense of dressing. Do you know why I wear Chicago Bulls? Because the guy that used to play for Chicago Bulls, my guy Joakim Noah. His father is Cameroonian, Joakim Noah.
Oh, it's not because of Michael Jordan. Oh, okay.
No, it's not because of Michael Jordan. It's because of Joakim Noah. His father is
straight African.
Straight African, bro. I'm representing his Chicago Bulls because the guy that I liked was Joakim Noah, and he's Cameroonian because he's doing a lot of things back home. Joakim, he's doing a lot of things back home. His father too is doing a lot of things back home. So that's why I put on this. I'll go only for my African brothers. 76 is Joel Embiid, and that's what it is. I do not cherish these people, man, because no, man. I dress the way I want to dress, and that's just me. But this is the thing I want to tell Africans, man. It's not going to be these people that are coming back home to develop Africa. The kind of businesses I see them doing is hand-to-mouth businesses. Buying little land, constructing their little bungalow, Airbnb and all of that. Most of them cannot operate companies that can employ 500,000 people or 200 or 100. The least they can do is employ 1, 2, 3 people. And that's it. They don't have the asset. They don't have the money. Everything is credit. You cannot carry credit from America and take it back home. No, it doesn't work like that. So the only thing they can do, I even know a lot of them that when they go back home, they still use American, they still use all these unemployment benefit to live in Africa, especially most of these grannies. They live on an unemployment benefit. Their unemployment benefit is passing in Africa and in Ghana. That's big money. So, and you see all these young guys will be dating all these grannies in the buses that were roaming with Water Maya. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. It's disgusting.
But those grannies were not dating young people, though.
Oh, come on. How you know, man? All those grannies in that bus end up, most of them have not come back.
Those they moved there. Those are real grannies. Those are like the real.
Yeah,
those are real.
they
moved
moved
there.
Guess
But
what?
it's okay. It's okay for them to move and retire there, don't you think?
Oh, man. I mean, it's good for Ghanaian society because it seems like
It's retirement. It's not unemployment. Like here's the thing. It's like at least come on, Jude. Do you want them to just continue being here in the cold? They are retired. It's like they're suffering. They want to move back so they can stretch their retirement money in Ghana.
And that's what is pissing me off because Ghanaians have no common sense. They have no sense.
Why is that pissing you off?
They have no sense.
No, look, they want to retire so their money can stretch. To me, that's just smart.
Yeah, it's smart for the people that are moving back home, but for the people, for the Ghanaians, is they have no sense of.
But do they owe those people anything, though? To be honest,
come on, man. You tell me, man. What you think, bro? What you think, man?
Do they? So do the blacks owe those people anything?
No. They don't owe them. But this is the thing, right? You find grannies that already have like grandkids, grandkids, 50-year-old sons and kids. These women, they're born. Yeah, come on, man. These women in America at the age, I knew one black American lady at the age of 18, she already got like 2 sons already. That's crazy. And most of these grannies at the age of 60, most of them already have grandkids, and they are still dating young guys in Ghana. And this is why I tell you, in years to come, the society that are still in Ghana, things, man, come on, bro.
So Judah, would it make you happier if they move to Cameroon, maybe?
Oh man, come on, man.
To spend their retirement money there.
Oh man, come on, man. Cameroon do not go down like that, man. We don't go down like that. We know we still hold on to culture. We still hold strong onto who comes in and who comes out. So I'm not interested in these kind of things, man. I'm interested in real development, people that have passion. That's why the fake guy that went to Uganda, the Terrence Howard.
Which guy? Terrence Howard.
With his fake, what happened to that company?
He's from the Motisa tribe too.
Exactly. What has happened to that company? That company has not. His company has not. That's why I'm more inclined to white people. That's why I'm in Utah. I'm learning more from white people because these are the people that when they give you the knowledge, you can actually do things back home. You cannot. These people are not coming to build anything. They are instead coming to take from you and put you.
Judah. But what if some of your fellow countrymen are saying they need these grannies?
Oh man, come on, man.
Are you seeing this? There's one right here, Kifaru. He said, "I need them grannies," so he needs them.
Right, I told Kifaru one time if he needs them, he should go to the Gambia or to
Whoa! Wait a minute. Why Gambia though? Why bring Gambia? Why Gambia? Are you trying to say are you saying we're the granny factory now? Like what's going on?
These are the countries where they kind of display their things around, countries that speak a little bit of English, Gambia, Ghana, and all this, no, they cannot to countries that they speak French and some kind, they won't see, and these are the things they have problems understanding different languages.
Judah, do you think if they start coming to Cameroon, like we can have some of the Gambian bombsters come there and give your people orientation on how to interact with them.
Oh,
unmute yourself.
Afridamus, we don't need. See, I keep telling you, we don't need these people. Like we are in a stage where we want to grow. These people are coming. These people are patient. Most of them are coming in as sick patient. That's why they need their drugs in all these places. They are of no good to society. They are coming only to sleep. You cannot have a society where only the older people are coming into your country. At a point in time, your country is gonna fall, and that's the problem. You need a. That's why America do not even take grannies. Most grannies in Africa almost did not come to America like that. The only younger people are coming to America. Why? Because America needs young generation, young guys to help stimulate and develop their country. And that's the thing. But Africans are so dumb. They collect everybody. They take all grannies. They take whosoever to. Why are these people coming in the first place? Come on, man.
So
This is
Judah,
nonsense, man.
Judah, what should be the cutoff age?
Cutoff age for people coming into Africa should be 30. For 30. If you are past 50, stay in America because you are sick. We don't have hospitals for you to be roaming around taking spaces, occupying space. Stay in America where you can be sick and you can go to the hospital. We want people that can help develop, that can stay on the ground 24/7 and do construction, work on roads and all these things. We don't want people that if they say, oh, there's an earthquake, let everybody run. You have to bring in emergency vehicle to help take them out. Come on, man. We don't need these things, bro. We don't need people that are old.
Okay.
Africa is not a group home.
Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, Judah, let me ask you this. So if like the women, because a lot of the black women want to come there, what would be the cutoff weight? Cutoff weight.
Cutoff weight. You shouldn't be weighing more than 150 to 200 pounds, bro.
So then you're eliminating the 3/4 of like pretty much 90%.
Exactly. You have to make your own rules firm. In America, right? When we come to America, when you go to American embassy, they give you a whole lot of list. You have to pay certain amount. You have to have certain amount in your bank account for you to even travel. You have to be at this level of education, and nobody changes stuff. But when it comes to Africa, why should African policy change? It makes no sense. It makes no sense, man. We should put these laws and follow it and let these people obey it. And that's it. That's my opinion. He will have a problem to come for me, but that's why I want to run his mouth on different panel about me, and he want to bring those things to this panel.
Okay, let's let your brother, your Cameroonian brother, speak before we leave. Kifaru, welcome to the Afridamus.
Yeah, Kifaru, Jude, the grannies need love. Come on, let the grannies be happy, man. What did they do to you? What did the grannies do to you, man? Allow the grannies to come to. Allow the grannies to come to Cameroon to feel free on the beach.
No, man,
we have some bomb stars there.
We need people that are productive. That's the point.
No, man, let them grannies come with their retirement benefit, man. That can be that can be useful to some of the guys around the coast, around the beach. They can make use of that. You sell what you have to get what you have. You understand?
So
man, I don't know.
So Kifaru, so Cameroon is open for business. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, Cameroon is open for business, man. I think these people are wasting their time in Gambia. If the business is not working in Gambia, they need to come over. It's not going to cost them.
Kifaru, we are more than happy to come to ship them you guys' way. In fact, I would make this my job to recommend Cameroon. Fact, I would make this go.
Tell the grannies come to Cameroon. You've got a woman eating fufu every day. They're gonna handle them with care, man. So you can't be wasting your time on that Gambia,
These ladies are too fragile. They are too
their
old.
money
Man.
will go far in Cameroon than in the Gambia. The Gambia
most of them are on medication.
You said the Gambia?
The Gambia is getting saturated. There's no business for them anymore. There's so much talk about them on the Gambia. They need to cross over and come to Cameroon where no one knows about them. The business will booming for them again.
They live on medication, bro. They live on medication. They will instead spend more than you will
Now,
get more
as
from
far
them.
as they come with their pack of medication, we are okay. Just bring your
Damn.
medication
Hey,
pack.
damn, man. But what? Okay, Afridamus, but what's wrong with these European Africans,
Bring your
man? Like
medication back.
Kifaru
I
and
see some
I
of them have oxygen back as well on their nose.
Hold
Just
on.
bring all your medications, and it's all right. We'll take care of you.
Wait, so Kifaru, you said so you guys would help, even the ones with oxygen tanks, you would help carry it.
Exactly. We'll treat them with care, handle them with care, make sure their oxygen
So
is fresh.
hey, Judah was right. Judah said pretty soon Ghana would be the a home health care, a home care for the old.
Yeah, why not, man? Yeah, the most important thing, they should have a good retirement benefit. If they don't have good retirement, you can stay in Gambia.
Wait a minute. Wait. I thought
It's
you were
business,
just doing
Afridamus. What do you think?
No. I thought you were doing it because you're Pan-African. You say if the benefit is not
It's
good,
business.
stay in Gambia?
In Gambia, yeah, no retirement benefit, stay in Gambia. If you have a big retirement benefit, you can come to Cameroon.
I'm learning so much. This is amazing. Guys, it's been a great show, to be honest. We'll have to do this again. Judah.
Yes, sir.
Judah, you did great your first day as a co-host here. Kifaru, do you know that Judah is the co-host at the Afridamus Report?
I don't know how it's going to last. It's going to piss up a lot of people, and they're going to say we don't want him again.
No, people, no. When I suggested it, he had a lot of fans. They said, bring him on.
Jude has a lot of fans. That's
yeah,
true.
and the fans here are saying, keep him as a co-host.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, that's fine. You both are in America. You have, what you're doing. You understand your society over there. So he's a good co-host for you, for your kind of news and what you're talking about. I think he's just the perfect one.
You see, someone said I'm a Judah fan. But yeah, man, I'll start the campaign so we can start sending, blessing Cameroon with some of this.
Yeah, but we need to do some credit check. We need to see how much you make him.
Hold on, Kifaru.
No, that's very important. That's the most important thing. We don't want when you come and you die, we don't have enough money to bury you. So you need to, your money should be intact.
So Kifaru, you're literally trying to run a retirement home here.
Yes, nothing, at least end of life love. We can call it that name, end of life love, What do you think?
This is
yeah.
So what about, let's say, some who, like people like, let's say, Nat Turner, he just showed that he wants to go to Africa, but he can't afford ice cream. Is he welcome?
No, that one goes to Gambia.
No, we don't have ice cream for him.
All the dusty one, no money. Can go to Gambia. That's established.
Nituna was asking for ice cream and an emergency vehicle.
This is guys, this is too funny, man. We better close out here, but thank you.
So I was saying this Jussie Smollett again and the Nigerians. I don't know what happened, but
you missed out in the beginning, but you gotta watch it. But
yes.
Thanks for coming, Kifaru.
Yeah, thanks. Nice show.
Thank you.
No problem, Kifaru, my guy.
All right, Judah.
Oh, yes, sir.
Sorry, mute. Guys, the show has been great. I'm sure you guys enjoyed, Judah. Judah, can you tell them your last closing statement before I close out?
Oh, okay. Let me give my closing statement, right? A lot of people on the chat, some have criticized me, some have said, "Oh, wow, Judah, you actually look handsome. I can take you, me and you can hang out." And look, I'm open, man, but I'm not open to African Americans. I'm open to only white bunnies, snow bunnies for that matter. So
wait, not black?
No black American, no black females,
What about
bro.
light skin?
Uh,
Motisa tribe.
no, I'm not into light skin. I'm all into snow bunnies, white females and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. So if you're white, snow bunny on the chat, you can hit me up, hit me up and all of that. But this is the thing, right? I'm not gonna come out here and be perfect to everybody, right? So you're gonna find something to talk about me, you know what I'm saying? So I might look ugly, I might look this, but this is the thing. What is happening in Africa? Africa have to stand their ground and create policies and create, like the other day that the lady attacked the white guy in white lady in Ghana. These are the kind of things that policies have to be in place. You don't come to Africa and do things like that. You have to go by the laws. You buy your land, things have to be checked. You have to have everything. The way you build has to be checked. If you don't pay your things, they have to confiscate, and it goes for everybody. And that's a fact. You don't want to come here and say, no, Africans are discriminating against us. No, they are not discriminating. They go by the law. It was those policies. Did you make the criteria? Did you pay the house? If you deny, then you shouldn't be blaming Africans for it. You should blame you for not doing the right thing. And that's a fact. And that's why I want Africans to stand on their ground and do not allow people or black Americans to come over and impose stuff on them. They should not do that. They should not be trying to be African. They should not look these people like they are heroes or superheroes or superior. No, they are not. They cannot be superior over you. You live in Africa. You have an upper hand.
So Jude, okay, if you show up in Africa, right?
Right.
With one of your snow bunnies and you run into one of the, by the time you come, right? Okay, now a lot of these black women, they're gaining grounds, and they just insult your snow bunny. Like, what would you do?
Oh man, like as an African person, man, like
you're visiting Ghana. In Ghana, you run into African superstar,
oh,
the
man,
rapper, and she calls your snow bunny a slut.
That's gonna be messed up, man, because anywhere in Africa is my homeland. I can actually do something over there, like you don't mess up like that, because who are you, man? Like I will be Kidola, because Kidola said the same thing. Who are you? Are you kidding? That's my wife, man. That's my girl, man. Put some respect on her, bro. Like you don't
So
do
you
that
would take
stuff,
her
man.
to Africa?
I'll take her to her just because you are black and I'm black. Hell nah. We are not into all that pookie, nah. We are not doing that whitey, whoop, all that shit, man. That my girl, this my girl, man, and that's who I want to be with. You know what I'm saying? Take that attitude somewhere, because we don't know that attitude.
Your white Nubian queen, huh?
Oh yes, man. Come on, man. I have a passion. I have a soft spot for snow bunnies, man. They want to learn. They come into your household. They want to sit down and learn. They want to see how to cook African food. They don't have no pressure. They don't look at things disgusting. They want to taste African food. They feel free. You know what I'm saying? A black American lady do not have that anxiety. They do not have that time to even sit down and eat. They want to go get McDonald's.
Hold on, Jude. I just want to make sure. Sorry, can you mute?
Oh yes.
Some of the things you have said, I'm here. I'm listening to it. I just want to make sure I'm still in good standing. I have my honorary black card. People, just so you know, this is his own opinion that he values the snow bunny. So let me please make sure my honorary black card is still here. All right, it's still here. Continue.
Oh yes, I value snow bunny, man. Snow bunnies, they want to learn. They are quick learners, man. They don't when they learn, when they like you, they learn fast. And they do, man. There's one snow bunny that I met in one of my friends' home, man. She speak the language. She learned the language in like 6 months. She speak and interact with the family, cook and all of that. Now, man, it would take an African American woman almost like 5 years. She will not want to learn the language, bro. Even cook, she will not, man. That's one thing about they are too slow in learning stuff.
That's one thing about African Americans. That's a fact. Their men and the women, they are too slow in learning stuff. They are only intelligent in America. When they go overseas, they become dumb. You remember the guy that went to Dominican Republic, one of that passport broke. You know, they gave it, you know, these Dominican ladies drugged him out.
Jude, I can't help it, but they requested that you get this stinky leg, and I gotta give it to you, even though you're my co-host.
I mean,
Yeah, Jude, I had to get.
Oh man, it don't matter, man. It don't matter, man. Like I said, man, snow bunnies are fast learner, man. Black Americans, most of them, I mean, not even most they are slow, man. They don't learn the language quick. It can take them 5-10 years. They don't want to, you know, they are so comfortable in the way they want to be, man. And that's none of my liking, man. That's not of my taste. You know, that's just my opinion. But I'm not gonna be on the banner. So
thank you so much, guys. Can you mute? Right. Guys, can you mute it?
Oh yes,
guys, that is my co-host Jude. His snow bunny experience, that is entirely his own thought. I did not put that in his head. He is telling you what he likes. So I don't want to hear some of you come in my comment section. Afridamus, you know, said Judas should have snow bunnies. He told you he's looking for snow bunnies, not me. But it's been a great show. Jude did a great work. He'll have to, you know, you guys will be seeing more of Jude being the co-host here. And it's been great. And I want to thank all of you for coming to watch today, for participating, all the panelists and all those who donated to the show today. I want to close by giving you guys the proper thank you. Until next time, I'm your host, Afridamus. I'll see you guys. Peace.
Baby girl love my bop and I like me too. No roof on my top and my babe see-through. Hating on the pen, don't stop, shit ain't gon' feed you. I've been all on my grind, so why I need you? Baby girl love my bop and I like me too. No roof on my top and my babe see-through. Hating on the pen, don't stop, shit ain't gon' feed you. I've been all on my grind, so why I need you? Big flex, my swole up. Double cup and I'm pulled up. Niggas hating like hold up. What's the problem? I'm pulled up. Big flex, my swole up.